Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Today we are back again with more replays from the 1v1 Mega Tournament. This is the first game of the finals that we'll be spectating between Dentka and Wok. I'm back again with Pitian, who I will put the link to the video, his channel and all that in the in the description if you want to have a look. And we'll be together casting the finals today.
Hello everyone. It will be quite an exciting game against Dentka and Wok. Both players seem to be very strong. Dentka, however, is much more aggressive than Wok. Wok usually likes to play defensive. He likes to farm up his eco, make a stronger push, maybe get into industrial without any troubles. So it's basically two opposite styles of gameplay. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
usually in one selection, the aggression wins against defense. So Wok has to really try his hardest in this game.
Yeah, I mean, if Dentka can get the proxy up and keep pressure on Wok, then Wok might not be able to use his strategies, like you said, you know, slowly pushing with smaller pushes and trying to out-micro the enemy with diversionary attacks and so on. Let's see, the fish
there
is
seems
quite
to be
good
a
as
lot
well.
of fishes around the spawn. Wok has a really interesting base building. I haven't seen that too often, placing houses right in front of your own houses. But we'll see how that goes. This could be potentially very bad for him, but we know that Wok likes to make that small maze out of houses and clutter a lot of turrets around it.
Yes, exactly. Lots of running around with his workers, keeping the enemy army getting shot by towers and not actually getting any kills. But we did see in his game against Q yesterday, I think it was, where that didn't really help out too much because Q was just sending in horses and just eventually got enough workers to do damage. Although
it really does maximize his DPS output, but just like you say, it's kind of hard to escape with workers when it comes to anything else.
Yeah, you can see the forward base, it looks like, from Dentka. Maybe he's going for these cows, but he walked past them, so I imagine he's going for...
That guy seems to be hungry. He seems to be hungry. A lot of cows, one-man move, this is potentially really good for him.
Yeah.
It's not to be underestimated. Not only cows provide a lot of valuable resources, they also are mined very quickly. They are much better than berries or fish. Potentially, they are the best food resource in the entire game.
Yeah, I mean, you can see on berries it's 1.1, on meat it's 1.6. I think fish is a little bit...
1.5 in.
Yeah.
I am pretty sure.
It is not gathering there, so... Yeah.
Quite a fun fact is that fishing is the best... It's the best way to gather food in the industrial age. And I don't mean fishing with boats, I mean fishing with your workers.
Oh, that's interesting. Although
they
by the
them
industrial
at like
age...
6 feet or something.
But by the industrial age, yeah, you're not going to have many fish pools left, I think.
Of course.
And only that...
However, if you do, you get an extremely quick food boost.
Yeah. Could be useful when you first pop in.
I've seen X Factor utilize that with India and using some elephant warehouses to just maximize his output without having to waste any resources.
It looks like Dentka's going for a really sneaky proxy up here. Has Wok scouted that? Wok has scouted that, so I don't think he's going to get away with it unless Wok doesn't look up there, but...
Let's see how Wok hardens an early pressure, because we haven't seen him play against any early fighters. Most of the time he's just defending some late warrior rushes. I mean, this warrior rush will be pretty late. It's almost 7 minutes and the proxy is just getting up, so it's not too quick, but it's right in front of his base.
It looks like he's going for Maceman here, to be honest.
Strong Maceman push may do, however, if Wok can get a lot of bulwarks and a lot of slingers, this will be stopped, and Dentka will lose out on a lot of resources.
Yeah, we've seen that before with Dentka committing too much to an attack and losing out resources, and then eventually just being out-aged and outproduced in his army.
Exactly, so we'll see if the same happens. It is quite risky because Dentka, it seems like he hasn't watched the replays from his opponent. His opponent always scouts around a circle on his base, so it wasn't quite the smartest idea to make it right in front of him.
You can see that, but it looks like he's going for warriors, and...
That's quite interesting. I don't think warriors are the good choice here. This might be really troublesome for him. Warriors have nothing to do against the Maceman, so he needs out of towers. Possibly he can destroy the entire proxy, but he doesn't have enough towers. Not now, at least.
Yeah, one tower on his town hall and a couple bulwarks, but he's seen them now,
might be doing pretty good. However, I think there's a chance that it's too late.
There's the
You can
slingers,
see
yeah.
him transitioning into slingers. He might be panicking, but if Denka is smart, he will either go for the fighting pits for the stone cutter, or he will finish him out entirely. Let's see what he will decide on. The fighting pit it is.
Yeah, the fighting pits, I think if he takes them down, then there's nothing to stop him, because the towers are just not going to get built quickly enough. If you look at...
And since he's agile, it will take a while to get his reserve on.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, look, yeah.
Vox sees that Denka is going for the stone cutter. He needs to rush for its defense. He needs to get the stone cutter to live, because otherwise he has no slingers. And without slingers, he cannot maximize his DPS
His
output.
food economy is also collapsed now, so even if he did have the stone cutter, he's not going to get his food. Although the macemen are dying, if we look at Denka's economy, he's only popped. He's still got some resources, but
It isn't going well, no.
for either of them right now, no. And the fight pits are all only just now producing anything.
Denka is being outpushed right now. He needs to transition into slingers with macemen if he wants to win. Just macemen will not do anything at all. They're just too slow. Vok will get some archers and it'll be over.
Yeah. These slingers by themselves are holding off all these macemen, and we can see again that he's making warriors, not slingers. But I think that's because he doesn't have a stone. He does have a stone cutter, so he could go slingers here.
Maybe
But Wok is getting stuck on his economy now. Lost a lot of workers there to his woodline, a lot of workers here repairing. His workers here are dead as well. His food is stopped completely.
It is indeed not looking too good for Wok. I think Denka has the advantage here. He may win with ease. At least during this game, I think it's one for Denka. We can see that he's also transitioning into going for other tree lines, because the tree line is quite poor in his own base.
Yeah, he's got to run with pretty much all of his workers here. If you look at his economy, he's got nothing right now. No workers in his base either. He's running to... Not even sure where he's running, to be honest, because he can't make a warehouse, can he?
He will go worker rush. This is the only thing he can do. The agents do like to die in honor instead of giving up. So we will see how it will come out. A worker rush can possibly be quite deadly. The workers have a lot of building damage.
Yeah, there's a lot of Stone Age workers still, yeah.
Looking at the amount of bulwarks that Den has, it doesn't seem too nice. We'll see how he handles it.
Yeah, there's plenty of workers here to repair, so... I don't think it's going to be quick enough, even if it was successful. He didn't leave anything to repair, and he has no resources to do so, so... I feel like he's just going to die here. Or he even reaches or has a chance to kill Dentka.
1/4 of the HP is gone. Coming into half? 500 HP on the left. I don't think he has enough time. 250, and it's gone.
It looks like the early aggression...
The first round is over.
The early aggression got Wok there, like we thought. Wow.
I think Wok must have been a bit too focused on his eco, since I don't think he saw those fighting pits too early.
No, he didn't. He only saw them when he started sending warriors to them, and by that point it was too late already. The Macemen had already grouped up to get that first attack to take out the Stonecutter, cutting him off.
We'll see how it goes. Both players already know each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Wok doesn't know the game style of Dentka, but now he knows how he plays. He knows that he will have to play defensive early, and maybe he will have a chance to push him off.
Yeah, maybe a bit more base building. If he had built a bit tighter base, perhaps defended his Stonecutter, maybe a couple more bulwarks, like you say, a more defensive format. But I guess we'll have to see it. Wait for the next match. Right now, we'll load up the next replay code, and we'll be back in just a moment. And we are back with the next match of CN versus Q. These are two great players from yesterday that we watched quite a few games of, on quite a large map with an interesting crossing in the middle. Already going for their fish, but even before building a warehouse. Yeah, CN's not gone for a warehouse there.
I think we can see quite a lot of poverty on this map. The first tree line is decent, but if you look for the outside, there's not much to be found.
This is the next one, really, I think, and there's little ones in the corners, but yeah.
There is no way to build around that. The players will have to make sure that the horses won't stop their plans. I think the towers will be really needed. The warriors can do something against those players, since both of them need to go outside of the base at some point. And sooner or later, will matter a lot for both of them.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Q, we saw him play against Wok yesterday, and he does a lot of horses, as we saw then, and quite a few of the Chinese players do that. So I guess I'm expecting to see a lot of cavalry, especially going around these outside edges of the map, and loads of fish, which could be taken here. You can see in the middle. Yeah, not a lot of wood though.
I don't expect that we'll find any proxy on this game. Both of the players seem to play rather defensive.
Yeah. Let's see their scouting. Just around his base.
My prediction is they will both go into Bronze Age and transition possibly into Heavy Spearmen.
Yeah, I think it depends on who gets the early pressure on first, because I think the first person to keep pressure up and get some sort of map control and cut the other player off of all these wood lines in the far reaches, I think they're going to get the advantage.
It's really important that you don't let your opponent leave his own base, because then everything is at stake. He can go into yours and destroy everything, and your defenses will be tested. Quite frankly, the idea of this meta is to defend with nothing. Because if you can manage to defend with only towers, you can keep pushing the army into NS base, and he will be having a lot of issues dealing with you.
Yeah, I mean, they're sending workers. I imagine they're going for the fish. I don't know if they're proxy, like you said. I don't think a proxy is going to be coming up here. He's going for the temple. He's already aging up, so probably not proxy. Yeah, no upgrades either, so...
Quite a chill start. However, we see that, as I predicted, they will be going out of the workers. CN has found the enemy's workers. Q isn't at such a good position. He knows that his workers are going somewhere. He can possibly counter that with a small but still kind of nice proxy. Yeah. Of course, he cannot defend this with any bulwarks because it's quite too far. So this will be quite hard to defend.
Yeah, I think we've seen that a few times now, where people send a small army of warriors just to cut off the fish from the enemy.
He doesn't need a lot. Only 4 warriors will be enough to deal with all of those workers. Let's see if he will do anything about this.
It looks like they're going to actually
workers
have
are coming.
Yeah, a bit of a fight in the middle there with the fish, because he knows that if he lets him have all that extra food, it's going to help a lot. We got Q in the next stage already, not quite doing the population upgrade just yet, while CN is only just starting the upgrade. Doesn't look like the workers are going for Q's workers there, because CN's got different fish pools that he doesn't need to fight over. Although I wonder where he's going with these.
Quite interesting. He seems to be avoiding the workers at all. Is he possibly going for a small proxy in front of his base?
You can see it if he's built up here, because Q's done a really good job of scouting. Yeah, there you can see you're able to see the proxy, I think.
The fighting pits are coming on. We'll see what happens. 4 pits.
Yeah, and you can see
like, not too many. Not too many. I don't think so.
Oh,
no.
7.
Oh, it transitions to
5
7. Now that's enough.
Yeah, 7 fight pits right outside his base, and that's stopping him getting to these wood lines up here. Then he'll be forced to go to these tiny little scattered forests once this forest is either camped with slingers or whatever CN produces here. And that's slingers from CN right now.
Killing so many will come in handy later on.
You can see
we
that.
Don't want to see any deaths.
You can see that meta, like you said, you know, the defense using just towers and keeping the pressure up here.
Exactly.
Slinger, macemen and warriors and slingers.
That's a lot of warriors with slingers.
Warriors, macemen, slingers.
Quite a big battle. I don't think his proxy will survive. No, I think this is a wasted proxy.
Yeah.
it's really hard to make proxies, especially with the bulwark rule. They cannot place any bulwarks, just defend their proxies with nothing. Just those slingers would be able to directly defend against those warriors with some slingers.
Yeah, and CN can't afford to produce these units anyway, I think. It's
No.
like his economy's stuck on food, while Q has a brilliant economy because he didn't make up the proxy and instead produced an army in his base just to counter any sort of proxy here. Losing a lot of all his workers at the front now as well. So yeah, a wasted proxy, like you said. CN's economy is not doing nearly as well as Q's.
It is obviously quite hard for both players. However, they still have a chance. Even if he lost an entire proxy, he can easily come back from it. There's multiple ways to destroy his opponent's eco, and as far as it goes, his own base is not being attacked, so he does not have to worry. We see some idle workers just standing there. Hopefully they will be moved soon.
Either to some more fish, or perhaps to set up some sort of gathering, wood gathering there. Bit of a tower fight in the middle now with what's left of that proxy. Yeah, CN is currently just trying to transition to spearmen, and it looks like just archers and spearmen.
Archers are quite a good choice. He can get some heavy archers because he knows that heavy spearmen will be coming into play. They counter the heavy spearmen quite well. Especially the European ones. They are quite the best counter against European spearmen. Now the last tower is falling, but it still took a long time. That gave CN a lot of time to prepare. I don't know what will happen, but I think if he can defend well, there will be a chance for a huge counter push.
Yeah, I think that is what's going to happen here. It's all about who can defeat the first fight. I mean, CN losing that proxy has set him back quite a bit, I think. Economy-wise, at least. And we've got
it is
the
not
medieval
anything
there.
nice to lose to proxy, especially after he makes so many fighting pits. But he couldn't do much. He had nothing to defend with himself with beforehand, so basically he had to just hope that his opponent doesn't rush him. Unfortunately, he did rush him, and now we can see Q's army coming in. However, CN is spreading it out quite nicely, defending all directions and preparing to upgrade his towers in case he needs them. Quite a smart move. He only took his towers into the first level just to not waste his eco.
And so they can progress.
And the towers are being
losing
upgraded now. He knows that his opponent is coming in.
and not a big army, but
those help him.
yeah. I mean, it's not a big attack, but we've seen what these players can do with these small armies of spearmen. Split them up and pick off 1 or 2 workers. Yeah, you
And
can
it
see.
adds up.
Any dead there? Luckily not this time, but still, those idle workers never helpful. And we've got the medieval age getting population upgrade there, Eastern Asia from Q, and CN here is just going to the Middle Ages now.
Who do you think will win in this game? So far, both players are going quite steady. There wasn't too much damage done in CS side.
Yeah.
However, he lost the wood supply on building the proxy. But I think it's still quite fair. The age difference is a bit high, but possibly if he can just defend nicely and pick up some workers, CN can still have the upper hand in this game.
Yeah, I think that's the crucial thing. CN needs to do something to tip the balance back in his favour, because the Ashigarus and Samurai are fully stocked up now for Q, and CN doesn't have the wood to upgrade enough of these barracks to actually be able to get the Ashigaru Samurai spam out. And it's quite hard to defend it as Bronze Age, as Iron Age Asia, and he is Middle Ages now, but as you can see, his wood economy is just not able to keep up. He's still got Stone Age workers there.
This is the most difficult part about Asia, coming to the Middle Ages. You have to upgrade so many things, and the faster the better it is.
Yeah.
But yet it costs so much, it's not that easy. You need
see.
to upgrade all of your barracks to make sure that you get all of the samurai and all of the pikemen that you can.
You can see Q here is already fishing for quite a while. Sorry.
I have to see him upgrading his boats as well. They're coming in quite handy.
Yeah.
Asian fishing eco is very important.
The only issue is there's not a lot of fish on this pool. Up here, yeah, I was gonna say up here they need to get some fishing, and that's gonna
Very
help a
nice,
lot.
very nice.
Yeah.
That's such a good idea. He can possibly move his food workers onto the wood and onto the tree line just in case he needs extra.
Yeah, he's only got
Because
10 there now.
essentially, the boats are just workers that you can delete at any time you want, so they are not as important. They don't.
They don't take up any space in the palace to be produced. And a late medieval
Yes.
age coming out already from.
If you can make boats, you can
here.
delete them, and that will not harm your age progression. That's why they are so strong right now.
Yeah.
If you need the army, you just quickly pop all of your boats out of existence.
Here we can see a small skirmish before the main force arrives, and there is a lot of samurais. There's 33 samurais. And Q is also going late medieval here, with a strong economy and good population. So Q's not really been stopped at all currently. The proxy didn't get much damage off, if any, really.
I'm hoping to see a lot of upgrades from CN's side. He really needs that right now.
Yeah, he's getting the Ashigaru out. But
The Ashigaru will not be enough, however.
No.
He really needs those samurai. The more the better. He has a few, but will this be enough, or will Q simply outrun his opponent?
and the towers here as well. There's only 6 unupgraded towers. There's a couple there that are even more unupgraded, but it looks like they're going to run past each other even. Yeah, it looks like Q's going to get early into his base and start knocking out these towers before they can be upgraded.
Houses and towers are slowly dropping in. There's simply nothing to stop Q from coming in and destroying everything he wants. The towers are simply too weak. It's like they are made out of paper.
And you can't hide your workers in them, because it just
That
stops
was
them
a
running.
very nice dodge.
Yeah,
Few workers are still dying. However, that was better than losing all of them.
exactly. A lot of them escaped onto this stone from the wood line as well, which saved a lot of workers here from CN. But if we look at his
So far-
economy as well,
A lot of damage was done to CN. He has no iron, his wood is struggling, and his foot isn't going up. This will be really hard for him to come back, but we know that in such high-skill games, everything can happen.
yeah, I think CN's been behind for too long though. We've got Q, who's already late medieval, producing more workers, and the Ashugaru are going to catch these iron workers out. CN is really far behind here. He's losing workers on his deposits and not realizing as well. Yeah, look at that. Few workers there. Few workers here. Still an Ashigaru there. And at this point, CN's economy, it has no metal collection, I don't think. There's some over here, my apologies. There's 11 workers on that. I don't think it's looking too good for CN, but Q is not doing any attacks just yet, only these small pushes with the Ashigaru. So if he can get a few towers up around his
We
resources...
see the stables coming in. That means that mounted samurai will be coming soon, and that might be the end of everything.
Yeah, here they are. And there's so many unguarded workers here with no towers, and I think CN's gonna... This might be the end of it for CN.
He possibly will take the advantage.
There's already 6 mounted samurais out. And CN hasn't even started the late medieval upgrade. So he's behind an age, which isn't too bad if he could get more of his army in production buildings, like he is now. Very strong fishing economy here from Q. Lots of fishers on this big, very dense lake full of fish, while CN has a lot of fishing boats on a lake that won't last very long. There's not that much fish on this lake, so we'll see.
A lot of samurai coming in, not only the samurais on foot, but also mounted samurais.
And some
They will do a lot of
Ashigarus,
damage. Even more, that CN is simply staying on oars. That means that a lot of workers will be in one place. I don't think he will be able to do anything about those mounted samurai.
Yeah, I'm very concerned about this split as well, because if they come around here from the bottom, they can go straight into his base from behind, and there's nothing stopping them here. The main part of his
Absolutely
army is
not.
attacking right now, so it's been spotted though, so there's those 6 mounted samurais there, and they're dead now, and maybe maybe CN thinks that that's the main mounted for samurais, but there's these this army here, and there was a few mounted samurai running around. So we'll see.
It's simply as they never stop coming.
Yeah, and CN now knows. Q now knows that CN is on his way from the north, and I don't think CN realizes that Q is attacking here with so many samurai. That's a big army, and there isn't really that much to stop them.
No, absolutely not. But I'm hoping to see something unexpected happen.
I mean, the same thing can be applied here. Q space is dangerous because he's pop capped. We might have to delete some of his army here to be able to produce enough units to stop this. Although he has mounted samurai, he has Ashigaru Yari, and CN only has normal Ashigaru. Oh, and even a few archers from Bronze Age mixed in. So
CN cannot fight right now.
yeah.
But another huge army is coming into CN's base. Let's see how he will handle this. Q, I think he will defend properly. Even if he...
Yeah, Q is okay there, I think. But CN doesn't realize the attack is happening. He didn't realize the attack from the south was coming in. Like, did either of them scout? Yeah, they did scout. They did scout around that lake, so they knew about it, but maybe they didn't expect such a big attack to go around such a long way.
A big fight is happening here. I think Q might be winning it. Those Ashigaru Yari are not to be underestimated.
Yeah.
They might be more expensive, but they are still better than normal Ashigarus.
I mean, CN was just about to start catching up here as well, but I think this is going to set him back a lot. Lots of dead workers, lots of production buildings knocked down. It's going to delay him. And there's even more coming in on both sides.
I think this might be it for CN. There is anything much that he can do. Simply, he's being out-aged. He's already in second medieval. He's getting abstract. His units are just way better. Not only that, but he probably has the warehouse upgrade already taken.
Yeah, he does.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you can tell by his economy. I mean, he's not having any trouble, and he's not had any trouble all the game. While CM is constantly getting stuck. I don't know.
And the mountain samurai are coming in. I'm pretty sure they will block those workers.
Yeah, brilliantly blocked.
Exactly.
And all of those workers are dead. It's gonna probably stop CN going late medieval now. Luckily, they managed to escape just in time, but there's not enough towers even at this point. Fishing boats are destroyed there to make population for the army, I imagine. Yeah, his entire army was lost, and you can just see the amount of red units dead and the amount of yellow units dead, and yeah, more iron workers are killed.
CN is just being abused all the time. His safe iron was depleted. At this point, there is nothing he can do.
And there's
GG,
the GG
indeed.
Yeah. Very good game. I mean, the constant pressure after the proxy base from Q just meant that CN didn't catch his breath at all. He wasn't able to catch up in aging or anything. And that big attack from the south just finished him off there.
Those players never stop surprising us, do they?
Yeah, every game is different. I mean, it's obviously still playing Eastern Asia, but the way that it's used is constantly changing. Yeah. Alright, well, we will be back with the next game as soon as that game is played and we have access to those replays. So, we'll be back in just a bit. Alright, and
Yes.
we are back again with the next match. This is the second game of Dentka versus Wok. We have Dentka here in red and Wok in yellow on the top. We've added a name at the bottom just to make it a bit clearer so you can see that. And we're going to get on with it. Cow's right next to the spawn, which is going to be really good as long as they can kill this ball, obviously.
The ball is just an addition, honestly. It doesn't require too many workers.
Yeah, and if you micro it well, you don't lose any, so that's okay.
The map is quite nice, honestly. It has a few resources on the base, just enough to keep you going. You can wall yourself in. And if you decide to play aggressive, well, you're rewarded with a lot of resources in the middle.
Yeah, I mean that is the big thing. If you can wall off or even just put towers on these two ends here, your opponent is stuck using these palm trees, which are only 40 or 120 per tree, while the big ones are, I think all of them are, yeah, a lot bigger. Palm trees are usually a lot worse.
The small sea seems to be quite versatile as well. If one of the players wants to have any naval aggression, they supposedly can. Maybe just push a proxy and get some siege ships to destroy the enemy's base. That could be quite wonderful.
They're both going for the animals, obviously.
We have not seen any naval aggression so far, besides dropping units, so it will be quite interesting.
It would be great to see that, yeah.
Again, the double houses coming from Vok, that's an interesting strategy.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's going for there.
Oh, maybe he will make a 6-row. No. I was hoping he would make the chocolate strategy, as so they call it.
Yeah, I've seen, yeah. A very small base building here.
Yeah, it's very tight. Honestly, it's fine, but it doesn't protect any resources that he would want to have protected.
Yeah, he should really be building a house wall here, potentially. Get his iron and his wood as well. Keeping this wood line in front. Here, it's not as easy because it's so far away, but...
As long as they can survive a bit, I am sure they both can wall it off.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it would be way too expensive. And walls are very important in this game. They can help you survive everything. Especially the third Ashigaru rush.
Exactly, because the Ashigaru and Samurai can't do anything.
Seems to be making a hexagon with his houses.
Yeah, the hexagon the chocolate strategy.
It looks like it is the chocolate strategy.
It is the chocolate strategy, yes. The warriors are going out without their upgrades. Speed upgrade and everything is being done. Let's see. Yeah, his food is fine because he has all these...
Wok did learn from his last game and plays way more aggressive this time.
And also has more bulwarks around to defend with. But it looks like Dentka is being much more passive. His fight pits are not producing anything. He's getting all of the upgrades, and he's getting fight pits. Bulwarks.
It's quite a surprising difference.
Yeah, the roles have switched. I mean, we've got the aggression from Wok and more defensive playstyle from Dentka to that now. While the match before this, it was completely the other way around.
I mean, it's quite obvious that Vok plays more aggressive now, but why not have some proxy from Dentka? He always does it.
It's too late for a proxy now. He's almost Asia, while Wok is... Yeah, he's about the same. They'll be around a few seconds late there between each other, but not a huge difference, I don't think.
So far nothing is happening, but Wok is coming along the coastline. He's closing into Dentka's base. It's not a ton of warriors, but possibly might take out a few workers.
Yeah, I mean, you see Dentka's built so many bulwarks. All he has to do is run around the middle here, and these warriors are going to have a really bad time.
However, he could slap some houses with those warriors.
Yes, because there's nothing really defending over here. There's just a couple bulwarks, but it's a lot better than being in the middle of these.
Exactly.
How many he's built? It's 10 bulwarks in his base. And it's a very tight base. I mean, that's probably why he built it like that. A couple workers
one
dead.
Worker dead.
Yeah. Yeah, Wok is fishing. Oh, we didn't see these fish, actually. That's a lot of fish there.
Indeed.
Yeah, Wok is a little bit behind here because he doesn't have the population upgrade. Dentka's coming in with warriors straight into the undefended south part of his base because...
It looks like he's making a huge counterattack. Let's see how he does it.
Yeah.
If played correctly, he could possibly end this right now. I mean, the amount of damage he can deal. It's quite a lot. since there are possibly no bulwarks.
Yeah, and the towers haven't
we
been
see
built,
one, we
so...
see two. The towers are being built very late.
Yeah, there's only 5 bulwarks and a much more spread out base compared to Dentka's defense. A lot more workers are dying. There's 4 or 5 workers at least dead now. So the attack is a lot worse on...
Another small group is coming in, not letting
Walk
breathe.
not letting counter-attack.
We see a tower coming from the right side. It might have been a bad choice from Walk, because Denka can now see that he's having the workers there.
Yeah, and you can see the warehouse, so we can maybe connect the dots and see that it's fishing. Although you can see the walls going up, but that's a very risky wall. I think it'd be better just to pen more and put a bigger wall, because the palm trees are notorious for having gaps. I'd be a bit concerned about that. But we'll see how that goes. It's a bit of a temporary wall. Dentka doesn't seem to be walling anything yet. He probably thinks that he has the aggression, so he doesn't have to wall.
I'm guessing that Walk is probably scared of Dentka coming in as fast as possible. That's why he's making the walls way shorter. And he does have an army waiting for Walk. If you look at the left side, there seems to be a few red dots.
Oh yes. It's
not an army. He's planning to kill all his precious.
Oh my god.
And transport them over the wall. No, not too much seems to be happening.
Yeah, I mean,
Walk
the sampans, he's trying to hide them there, but idle workers and the fishing here is not coming out anyway. Walk is popcat, so he's not... The sampans are being made and taking a population, while Walk is coming in with a big split attack.
Coming into Walk's secondary base. Let's see what he does. It's only 2 warriors. There will be not too much damage. Not a single worker dead. But this time, it's time for Walk to rain terror to his base.
Yeah, and if we
look... army from 2 sides, very smart play.
Denka
might not be possibly able to fight. He has no warriors in his base. The spearmen are coming in. The proxy is made. The double side attack is coming in. Let's see what he can do. What he can do on his side. The warriors are being wasted. The other warriors are doing a lot of horror. The heavy spearmen are coming out, but they are not fast enough. There's not enough. Houses are falling.
Horses, though.
Workers are dying.
The horses will save it, I think, here, because the horses have so much health that the warriors just struggle to kill them. And the towers got up.
There is a lot of potential here, indeed. Walk could have played this better, but he still got a lot from this. I mean, look at these dead workers. If he only hasn't been standing in place for a while with so many warriors, maybe he would have gotten perhaps 1 more house or 1 more worker.
Yep.
But everyone makes mistakes. So far, Walk has a big advantage. Oh no, we missed a drop.
He's landing. I think it was only 1 spearman there. From
he's testing the waters, you could say.
Yes. But Walk was ready for him. I think he has the heavy spearmen in reserve, and he's sending them out. He knows he's making docks here, and that's probably just a wasted population at this point, because...
I find it to be a huge mistake from Denka to show his presence on the left side.
Yeah.
This could possibly be a big play, but instead, he shown himself, and now Walk is going to drain terror over his proxy.
Now Dentka's gone pretty much all into horses here, and is unable to get through this wall because horses are just not built for that.
That's why I'm guessing that Denka made the horses in the first place, because he will want to upgrade them into our well-known Jonin.
Yeah. But the problem with that is, I mean, they just can't get through these walls, so right now, Walk has a good amount of time to just breathe and build up. His wood economy needs a bit of work there, because I think those walls might have... I mean, they're both actually at the same amount, so...
It is quite interesting that Denka did not go for any walls whatsoever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a map that you can just wall off and breathe, but...
It seems he's quite confident with his aggression that Walk won't be able to attack him, which at the moment is being shown as true, but the upgrades are coming out, and the Ashigaru Samurai spam is going to start soon.
Denka still has that 1 boat waiting for any moment to strike. He probably wants to wait until he has a big army fighting together. That way, Walk can be distracted and he can kill a lot of workers.
Yeah, there's an attempt at a breakthrough here, but I think that's just waste of these units, which could have been doing pretty much anything. At this point, one of the players needs to push and get vision and trap the other in his base, because Denska at this point hasn't built a wall, and he also doesn't have much of an army. His economy is okay, but wood-wise he's struggling. Both are. Wok is upgrading his walls, so he doesn't intend to hide behind them forever. Does intend to hide behind them for a long time, so...
We'll see how it goes. The walls are fully upgraded, so there is absolutely no chance for that cat to push. He needs some siege. But how can he possibly make siege when he has no proxy and no army to push out of the proxy?
Yeah.
Big mistake from Wok here for waiting. I'm not sure what he's waiting for. He should be going and striking into the enemy base, knowing that he has no sort of army so far. He's just wasting his time. I mean, look at those samurai going out.
Dentska
A few more seconds and there will be no way.
Dentska doesn't even see it though.
Off.
So for example, yeah, so he's upgrading, but the horse found them, so they do upgrade, but just not quite.
There's so many samurai and so many Ashigaru. I don't think he will do any damage whatsoever. The barrack got recycled.
Nice.
There will be one entry down, I suppose.
Knocking a bit of this down is good, but... Dentska is going for the barracks now. He's going for a proxy, but he's only got one worker working on it, so... It's going to take a very long time.
He's being paid overtime, I suppose.
Yeah. Yes, look, so it is Dentska. I bet his naming thing is Aknabed. He's changed his name, I think, so... You can see the army building up, falling back, getting ready to kill off here, but Wok just runs straight through his Dentka's army, and Dentka's pop-capped right now, I think, so other than these archers, there's nothing else to stop this little push here, but I think that might actually be enough, at least to slow it down.
And I think there is a chance for China. I mean, he's getting so many horse archers, he might be just...
Oh, a few of the horse archers got it. Yeah, you see what I mean? This wall is now breached, and the big attack is coming in with horses. Horses and a massive army behind. And he manages to catch all of these workers before they can hide in the tower. Really well done there by Dentska. Factoring in with the horses and then killing off the frontline workers.
Exactly.
But Wok should be able to defend the rest of this. Maybe a few.
And there will be also
there.
a big counter push coming. Because, well, he lost a few workers, and not only that, look at the amount of army he has.
Yeah, I mean... You can see the amount there.
If I were Wok, I would honestly take some workers alongside this army and make a proxy. He could do a lot of damage if he were to make a forward base. I mean, those hand cannons do dish out a lot of DPS.
I wonder if we'll see an IR as well, because we're getting a late medieval now. Well, I mean, if Wok gets late medieval, there's a bit of siege coming out, but I think Dentka's revealing it again too quickly. There's also this, which is taking up, I think, 2 population there. Because inside that he has a spearman, so that's 2 population being wasted the whole game right there, and not getting anything done.
We're seeing a Splingas come in.
Getting really
if Wok
close.
Respond to it quickly. What?
I'm not sure what he's doing with that. I think he was trying to get as close as possible to be able to hit it. But I mean, he's revealing it too quickly. He's revealing it too quickly now.
The wall has half HP, why the gate?
I'm not sure.
We'll see if there will be a lot of consequences for this play.
Wok hasn't noticed so far, yeah. He's busy probably over here.
Yeah, he made a good choice by distracting his opponent. He probably thinks like that the sign that he's being attacked.
He sees it now, but I mean, he's revealed it too early. He's only got a very small army here, while Wok has a lot of units running around.
On top of that, if he destroyed the piece of the wall, he would be through already.
Yeah, he'd be through and could probably sneak around, but here we go, look. Before he could even destroy the gate. And there's a bit of a flanking force here to hit the barracks at the back. One worker unable to build any towers. It looks like this is going to be a failed attempt, but the gate was left open. So some army got in, but it's just, I don't think it's enough to be able to do any damage.
He doesn't have anything to protect himself with.
He goes for the tower, which was a waste, really. He lost his army there.
I think the biggest problem was that he only had one worker building.
Yeah.
There's nothing to help that worker.
But Dentka's doing a really good job here of distracting his opponent.
A lot of damage.
distracting his opponent and making sure that he's running around and not knowing where to be.
Why don't we check the work count? That's it, the difference.
Yeah. Wok here is at 60, 70, 74. And
with 15 boats.
Dentka is at more than 74. He's at 70.
Around 80.
Yeah, around 80 with 11 boats. So a few less boats, but a lot more workers. And that makes sense because Wok has lost quite a lot of workers in these attacks on his iron.
I'm sure we can find something if we look at the chronology. There will be a lot of spikes in it.
If we go to workers. Yeah, you can
yeah,
see.
as we can see.
Aknad lost quite a few in that big attack from the
this
north
was the warrior,
here, yeah.
The warrior attack.
From
yes.
here, but other than that, it's been Wok who's been losing the most. If we look. I'm really interested in this chronology. This is just an Asia fight. You can see East Asia after East Asia. It's no army, loads of army, no army, loads of army, isn't it? But yeah, like you said, the Ronin are out now. Didn't look like many workers got caught there, but pushing out of his base to get the iron.
It's always something.
Yeah.
And at least he stops the iron production, which comes in handy. As you can see, he's by 0 iron.
Yeah, Wok's no iron and going industrial now, while Dentka is about to start going industrial, and he has a really good economy right now. So Wok's been playing defensive and being slowly attritioned. He's losing a lot of workers.
So far, it's quite steady. Both players aren't fighting that much. I'm really surprised. Dentka usually plays so aggressive, and
yeah,
here he plays safe.
And it worked really well again for him last time, so I'm surprised he didn't go more into this proxy, because if he did, and attacked from this side at the same time as this side, he could have done a lot more with that.
This could have been really powerful, especially with about 8 barracks, he could have just beaten everything.
Yeah.
And now there's doing some trouble for Dentka. The auto attack is providing some vision for Wok to see that he indeed has a sampan there.
Yeah, but I don't think that sampan was going to do anything really. I think he just forgot about it.
I mean, at the same time, can you upgrade sampans to junks?
No, you can't. You can't. You can only upgrade battle boats to galleys. In Asia, you have to build new ones, but usually that's not too much of a problem because they get built so quickly. I'm really surprised that there's not been any mounted samurais out yet. It's just been Ronin. Oh, there is a few here. My apologies, yeah. I was just looking for those. And Wok manages to hide absolutely everything in towers. Because most of his economy is outside now.
I'm hoping to see from China coming out. I mean, we haven't seen...
Abstract
There's the
abstract.
Both players are going abstract.
Again,
Seems
yeah.
like it's the meta.
Yeah. A couple workers there. Nothing major. I mean, the cost of those samurai is probably outweighed by the 2 workers, but making sure that they're being forced to stay idle. Almost. But the workers automatically, I think, just went to deposit resources, saving them there. Oh, and it does look there was a spelling mistake in Dintka's name on the stream, but I think that's okay. We got abstract from Wok, and almost abstract from Dentka, but economy-wise, let's see. Yeah, Dentka's doing a little bit better, but these attacks, I was going to say they should be doing better, but look at all those dead workers.
Indeed, that's at least 10 workers. In my opinion, if Dentka can put the pressure onto his workers and slowly wither down his supply, he will win by simply doing nothing.
I think that's what he's trying to do, isn't he?
Chasing with horses is doing something, but he's not essentially hurting the buildings. He's slowly just withering out at the eco.
Yeah, every time they hide in these towers, there's less workers coming out. I mean, he also destroys the warehouses. It's almost like he knows that he has no wood. It's perfectly done. You can see the warehouses all got destroyed, so that he has to come out and rebuild them. And he doesn't have the resources for that. And because he's industrial, he has to upgrade these workers and ensure that he's got upgraded workers just to build warehouses for himself.
Quite a smart decision, we can say. We're at a standby again. There doesn't seem to be any action from both players. I mean, Wok obviously cannot put any action. This is only army and he can't reproduce too much. But I hope that we can see some aggression from Dentka's side. I mean, there's a big load of numbers going through the middle.
Lots of horses,
It seems to be more horses.
Yeah, Dentka's going all out on his cavalry attacks, while we see Wok being more defensive, with trying to use spears and infantry here to slow them down and catch them. Trying to use the towers, you can see, to defend, but horses going up here to a wall that wasn't finished. There is towers here, so I don't think those horses are going to get anything done. And there's also some of Wok's horses. It looks like these workers might actually get killed. If they can hide in here, they got caught. They should just stay. Oh no.
But keep in mind, Dentka has no wall whatsoever. If he can defend this and push out with those horses, there will be a
lots of problems for Dentka then. But
we could have seen
big army here.
But the whole fight between Wok and Q is simply with those horses.
But again, look, Dentka is not walling anything and just going all out on his
Of course, by now he cannot wall, but he could just use some towers.
And here you can see no towers of the
towers in one spot would basically just delete every single horse.
Yeah, it looks like there's a big attack by Wok got defeated by the masses of mounted samurai and Ronin. Some went through here, but he has enough towers to defend with here, and some gunpowder units.
And the gunpowder units are coming up. Does he have the upgrade?
Let's see.
He does. Very nice choice. You wouldn't want them to be coming anywhere without any upgrades.
It looks like he's going to be trying to use those gunners to defend, while the cavalry does all the attacking. Which is obviously not a bad choice. I mean, if he destroys a house, that's a bit free wood. Brilliant, yeah.
Yes.
He keeps going for the warehouses.
He's coming into the workers.
Ooh.
That's a lot of workers that can be potentially dead
That's
here.
3 workers.
That's 3
there,
already.
Yeah. 3 workers on food and Wok. How's he doing?
How much workers does Wok have at the moment? Let's see.
60.
Ooh, not looking too
60
good.
workers.
61.
A few died as well, so about 60 workers. And Dentka is way over
Pushing
that.
strong. He's almost at 90 at this point.
Yeah. Dentka's doing a lot better there. And you can see with his food economy, only 11 workers on food and trying to use fishing, but this is a really inefficient fishing, I think. They're all swarming the same 2 fishing areas.
Not only that, they're going way too far.
But you can see a big attack of horses here. If they trap these workers, this could be huge for Wok. It's really level.
Towers, the workers simply die as if they're nothing.
Yeah, and you can see Dentka already lost about 15, 20 workers
You
there.
went from almost 90 to 75, right?
It's equal almost now, work-wise. But Dentka has already the stronger backup of economy. He's fine with his economy now, even though he lost those workers. He's got universities up, and he's got armoured cars. We missed a big attack here as well. Even more workers killed. I'm going to slow it down. Yeah, he's getting towers and armoured cars now, and it's a good combination. But if we look at Dentka's workers, he just keeps losing them. I mean, he's at 70 now, and Wok is actually taken over. Wok has more workers.
Did get his armored cars by now, which do counter those horses.
Completely
Not
counter
only
them.
that, but they will be quite scary against those towers.
And we're getting some armored cars as well. They're mirroring how they play.
Exactly.
This has been going on for the whole tournament, I think. All the really high level matches where it's super close. Every time both players are mirror each other. You know, one player makes horses, the other player makes horses. One player makes armored cars, the other one makes armored cars. It creates for some really interesting gameplay where the units themselves aren't winning. It's the actual tactics and micro being used. And you can see here that's exactly what I mean.
That's
the horses.
a lot of workers once again. Wok has just no chance to breathe. He needs those universities at this point to fix all of those mistakes.
He needs more than just one, I think. Dentka is pop-capped and Wok can't afford anymore. We got some armoured cars here.
But the towers are getting upgraded. They will deal with those towers. And there we go.
They're not going to be able to hide. Oh, but Dentka didn't catch them.
What a mistake!
Dentka didn't catch them. Only 2 workers. Only 2 workers when he could have killed.
Perfect play by Wok.
And these warehouses saved him there.
That was really smart by him.
This is actually this kind of base building works quite well against the horses, I guess, because you can hide your workers inside these little pockets that you create. I'm not sure that's intended, but That is a
It seems to be
benefit.
quite good for the late game, but he did not close the
the
wall.
gate.
He's going through.
And
The
this
gate
is
closed.
this is all his houses gone. I think he has no artillery, no explosives to destroy that with, and these houses are just gonna disappear when he hides these. If he hides these workers as well, these armored cars are just unstoppable right now.
No, and the tower is upgraded too, so he cannot hide it in them.
Yeah. There is more armoured cars coming in to help defend against these, but armoured cars versus armoured cars is going to take a long time, and Denta can just ignore those, because he doesn't need to destroy them, he just needs to kill as many
Yeah,
workers.
and Woke needs to keep getting this food. I mean, if I were him,
Oh, and
I
there's
would
a
go...
big push of Ashigaru
Oh, there's
as
a
well.
lot of Ashigarus, possibly coming with some gunpowder in it as well.
Yeah, I mean, these armoured cars go down, but
Good
they
damage
take a
against them.
long time. I mean, 20 times 6, and that they've got a 12% chance to deal 7 damage, and a 3% chance to deal
And
the full
the
damage.
push is here on the right side.
Luckily for Wok, there's only a few workers in the back there. And
The
Wok's
stall is
economy is
depleted.
not doing too bad, but Dentka's is just doing so much better, and population-wise, Dentka's ahead. There's another attack of mounted samurais, but he spotted it and he's hidden his workers. Yeah, these Ashigarus and stuff just got killed by the horses and armored cars. Wok's managed to clean out his base surprisingly quickly, actually. And these mounted samurais are going to struggle to find any value here, I think. Especially with these
I don't think
machine
there's
gun towers.
anything left.
Yeah, he's going for the warehouses, but really he should be going for inside here, trying to kill these maybe houses or get away with something. Because now he's just waiting around, killing warehouses, letting Wok come in to reinforce.
Woke seems to be getting some stone from a semi-forward base. It is quite a good idea for him.
Yeah, spreading out because his base is just constantly being infiltrated by these horses. Even
Now-
more dead workers as well there.
We finally have a stalemate. What do you think about revealing one of the codes?
Yeah, I think we will do that now, and we will reveal this one here. I should reveal it. It doesn't, I'll do it manually. There we go. And we'll reveal that one, and we'll leave it revealed to the end of the stream. So anyone who wants to grab that can grab it, and we'll reveal another one probably at the start of the next round.
There we go. Enjoy your code, guys.
I'm not sure.
May
I think that's. I
Help
think.
you get victory.
Yeah. While the armored cars are coming in here, let's see if Wok
Will
sees
he
it.
see it quickly enough?
He does
He
see it,
does.
but he only repaired the
No!
tower. You see, this is what I mean. I think he might have shot the tower first, and now the workers are never going to get it back. That's 10
He's
workers
macroing
there.
something else. Oh no, that's a big mistake.
Yeah. And that's the stone. One worker escaped to tell the tale. The horses here had got... Actually, I think this might have been equal. I think the workers that Wok lost were dealt back here. And these
That might be
horses...
both players.
These
such
horses
strong.
could get these hand cannons if they just run in. But it looks like the hand
Those horses
cannons...
are to not be underestimated. They do so much
Yeah,
damage.
and they have a lot of health.
This is quite an interesting decision by Denka to make so many hand cannons
Yeah,
in his own pace.
And he kept them outside of the towers so they died before the towers could get any damage off. These armoured
I
cars
must
are stuck
push
here
with
now.
the armored cars. but
Armoured cars are stuck here guarding one worker in a tower.
I think they will die. The towers do dish out a lot of
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah. And
So
also,
this is actually a good trade for Wok.
it's more.
He's
it's
winning
more
with
than the
less
armoured
numbers.
cars. Yeah, and then because these armoured cars could have been sat inside his farm, cutting off his workers, or doing anything, but now they're just dying to these armoured cars, and Wok has
Exactly.
the space and the resources to replace them. Dentka's actually starting to struggle on metal after he lost all of these workers up here. He's not harvesting metal anywhere, actually, it looks like. Except they just built a mine, so... Yeah, it doesn't look like he's harvesting metal, and he's pop-capped. Yeah, this is actually interesting. Yeah, you see, Wok just abandoned these armored cars, hoping that Dentka leaves them here, like he is. This tower is going to get so much damage off on those high-value targets. Big attack from Dentka coming in, but it's industrial now, and they're set up all these towers. So they're just unable to get much damage. And Wok's set up his economy in a way that he's spread out, with a tower on each thing. And because Dentka's got armored cars and horses, he just can't kill the workers. The workers hide, like here, this one worker is hidden, and the armored cars just don't do anything. And he's losing all of those armored cars. And he's almost
Those
pop
horses are not... You cannot just cast those horses, they're so quick.
Yeah.
Just run through your entire base and there's nothing we can do.
They're not much quicker than bullets, so these machine gun towers just destroy them. You got
This
one
is
house.
This is why you might have really been right. If he has made that bigger wall, he could possibly just defend. Until this point, the horses couldn't just go through a wall like that.
And neither could armored cars.
Sadly, he went for the smaller one.
Yeah, I mean, you could still put anti-tank traps and stop the armored cars, not the horses, but a couple machine gun towers, a short line of anti-tank traps here, and that could probably stop all the armored cars. And these armored cars are still being wasted there. A few dead workers, but if he just sets up another university, he doesn't have to worry about that, because, I mean, Wok is doing perfectly fine on food, so he could take a few workers from here, to be honest, onto wood, because these workers are not working anymore. Yeah, there they are, getting on that tree line. And these armored cars, they're stood here, cutting the forest off, but there's no workers here that are being stopped. So I think Dentka thinks he's getting good value here, but maybe he's
There's
just
simply
forgotten.
nothing left.
Yeah. And how is Dentka's iron? Because it's still not being collected. He's not doing anything with his iron.
He does have some mines, but he's not willing to risk it.
And these armored cars are being produced, but they're not doing anything. Right now, I think the only thing he's producing is workers, because the horses cost iron as well, right? No, they don't. Okay, so the horses can still be pumped out. He's got enough economy.
No,
there.
the horses are really cheap.
Yeah, they are. Okay,
You
no, I
just
thought
spam them
they,
and spam them.
I think that's Ulans that cost metal, isn't it?
No,
Oh, they do, don't they?
the cuirassiers cost metal.
Oh, maybe I've just been mistaken then.
Well, maybe the ones too, but I remember them being so cheap. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if they do.
Okay, maybe I'm
I
wrong
think
there,
they only
but
cost.
this could be
food
really
per
bad
food.
if... No, those horses just died before they could reach it, because he's only got one tower here for 28 workers, and there's only 10
That is
seats.
simply not enough.
Yeah, so if these armored cars finally move along, and a few fishing boats have been killed there, but I don't think that's too bad. There's not much fish left.
I don't suppose it matters a lot.
Yeah.
But if I was Dentka, I
He
would
really needs to
progress
build
in the
another 2
end.
towers there. And these armored cars probably going to go down.
Dentka is winning hard. There is no reason for him not to progress in age. I'm just surprised that he doesn't go mine his iron. I mean, sure, it's risky, but he pops 8 towers there and there's nothing the enemy can do.
Yeah, it is strange, because both of them go going units that have no building damage, really, against IR units. So it's really surprising to me, like you said, that they don't just, bit of a counter fight there, but they don't just do what they're doing here, instead of towers and just harvest resources. I mean,
Especially since in the middle he could just put a line of hedgehogs and the towers would deal with the horses.
yeah. Not much combat right now, but Dentka's finally going for these this iron. Yeah, he's got his iron going back up again. Still no IR2. And there's a big push here with these big mix of units, all sorts of medieval units and armored cars and all sorts.
We might finally see some action after all. It looks like Dentka was listening to me from the future, making those towers.
Looks like these arquebusiers are enough to stop these horses in their tracks. And it doesn't look like Wok. I think Wok might actually struggle to defend this unless he pulls some armored cars from somewhere. Although he has a sneaky armored car here. There's a couple going into his economy. These
I
workers
don't
need to
suppose there
run.
will be a lot to do. I mean, he got it to his food eco, but the armored cars are just being stuck.
And he's got
To
enough.
be fair,
He's got enough food
Dentka
there.
hasn't upgraded his towers for no
These
particular
workers need to
reason,
run as
but-
well. I think this was really good actually on Wok's part. He distracted Dentka enough that he's kind of not taken the value from this attack. Now it's just a couple armored cars and all of these really expensive, fragile units, but
I mean,
a few good
if
shots
Dentka
here.
was really evil, he could possibly just shoot with the hand cannons into the wood line.
Yeah, or even just to kill the workers with hand cannons. I mean, they're not going to be able to do anything else. These armored cars shouldn't be shooting them and just get the value on the workers.
Especially he has went into the range of the industrial tower.
18 kills from Wok's armored car here. And the workers are going
Really
down.
good value.
Yeah, amazing value on these units. And I think Dentka only has... Well, he has 2 universities now pumping out units at workers. And Wok has another one here, actually, as well. So, 4 universities. So he's been making sure to not worry too much about resources. It could actually be a draw in this one. This could be one of the first draws that we actually have.
That could possibly be indeed a draw. Since
Light
both of the
tanks coming
players
out
are
now.
not going for second descent.
This is
It's
really,
quite
this is
mind-boggling.
really similar to the game
Q
with
versus...
CM, right? Or is it Wok? Q versus Wok, I think.
Yeah, it was Wok.
Yeah,
It's
and
quite the same.
look, the
I don't
tanks
know.
are coming out. The
Dentka
balloons.
has enough resources to push into next age, but he's just not willing to.
Yeah,
It's like he's worried that Wok will come up with some really strong push.
I mean, Wok is the same. He should be going. I think he might be going soon because he's stopped making workers. He's getting the territory upgrades. I wonder if he's going to go next because that's going to give him an edge because Dentka's got no food. I think that those armored cars managed to create a
I
hiccup
don't
in his
like the
economy
fact
there.
that there are no tractors here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's too risky for tractors because you can't hide the tractors in towers.
Well,
So-
I suppose there's no risk if you put 25 towers there.
Yeah, I guess so.
Obviously, that's a bad choice, but he can just use hedgehogs.
Yeah,
I think they're a bit underrated.
he puts just a couple hedgehogs here.
We have a
couple
question
there,
in the
couple
chat. Why did both of the players go abstract? And now, do you want to answer that
there.
question,
I think abstract. It's just been meta for 1v1 games because it doesn't have any glaring weaknesses. It's kind of like, you know, the one that's good at everything but not amazing at any one thing. You can see they've got, you know, balloons. You've got tanks coming out. You've got howitzers coming out. Horses. Everything's being produced that counters each other. For example, if one of these players went India, then Wok, for example, would just make light tanks, and the India player wouldn't have anything to do against that. I think
So it's
abstract is just such a
simply
good.
very versatile.
Exactly, it's just so good at
For the early
doing
game,
it.
what could they go? They could go Japan, but Japan is only playable in the second IR. They
Yeah.
could go China, but China is only playable in the first IR and needs a smaller map for it. They could go India, but India doesn't have anything to, well, deal with
these armored
anything. They don't
cars,
have the
these-
houses.
Yeah,
It's a slow pushing country yet. If they have no proxy, there's no point to go India.
yeah. They're both going for the balloons.
They could perhaps go Persia, right? Is Persia both sides?
Persia is only west.
Okay.
believe.
Is there any other country in East, or was that everything?
India, China,
Abstract
Japan,
and
abstract.
Japan.
Yeah, I think that's the only eastern ones. Yeah, Persia's
Yeah,
west.
so that leaves abstract to being played.
Yeah,
Simply so good because it's so versatile and it's not expensive at all. When you have China, for example, it's really cheap, but it has no power behind it. And India, well, it's also really cheap. It has a lot of crowd control, but it has no switch whatsoever.
yeah. These, if for example, if Wok went India here and Dentka did the horses and armored cars, then Wok just wouldn't have to do anything with the machine gun elephants or Sikhs or anything. The armored cars would just kind of run around.
However,
Still trying
Wok
with
did
these.
lose a lot of resources here.
Yeah,
The hand cannons were valuable because he took out so many howitzers. I just think that he should have a lot more frontline defense. It wouldn't be stupid to go for around 40 soldiers to just defend it from everything.
yeah.
The 40 soldiers would just one-shot horses, and the hand cannons could
And even knock
do
down
everything
tanks
else.
and everything. I mean,
Soldiers are really underrated. I mean, they may be expensive in large numbers, but the damage they do is just amazing.
we're even seeing anti-aircraft cannons coming up now, which is something you do not see very often in high competitive 1v1 games. It's really interesting to see these two players play in Industrial because we don't see Densko in Industrial pretty much ever. I think I don't think I've ever seen him in Industrial, let alone in this tournament. And
No, I'm sure he's quite surprised as well. He shouldn't have too much experience.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe
Wok,
that's why he's not going into second IR.
yeah, it looks like Wok is trying to counter Dentka rather than push. There's a bit of a push here from Wok's cavalry.
And Dentka is pushing into the left side. He's pushing into the iron.
But oh no!
But
again, the workers went to repair, but he saves a good few of them. Unless these ones
There's
don't
4
hide.
saved.
Okay, four managed to get saved. Or
4
3.
saved, 5 dead,
Yeah.
6 dead. That's how you should always
But
upgrade your
at this
towers
point,
when
I think
in
at
a
this
stalemate.
point, workers. If we look at workers, it's not that big of a difference. Every so often there's a few losses, but
And now we are getting the rangers. They are coming in.
oh yes,
Dentka
yeah.
knows that he has to deal with the balloons, so he's taking the rangers. Very smart.
I think that's the
The
reason.
rangers are doing amazing damage against balloons.
Yeah, they do 18 aviation damage compared to the Arquebusier's 5.
He has Dark Abusiers for the horses,
Yeah,
which honestly he could get the charges to just one-shot them, but it's fine as well. And he has the rangers for the balloons. Very smart.
what's going on with Dentka's economy? Dentka's economy is perfectly fine. Wok is running out of food though. He's got a lot of workers on food. He should really get some tractors. You're probably right about that. If he built one factory there, just make 5
Even
tractors.
if he doesn't want to get tractors, there's still a lot of fish left on the right side.
Yeah, if he goes fishing here.
This is exactly what Dentka is doing, as you can see.
Yeah. And if we look at Dentka, because of that fishing, he's taking workers off now, and he's only got... How many workers? Hold on. He selected a few there. A few of these horses. Of course, he has only 14 compared to the 58 over here.
Never underestimate bows or tractors. They are so
Yeah,
powerful.
especially in industrial, because they gather so quickly. 10 speed.
That's almost as fast as the workers gathering the fishes themselves.
Yeah, 1.8 on the wheat. He should really go for those tractors, even if he use one factory from here. But Wok has plenty of wood and metal to be able to build
He has
just a
struggles
factory.
of food.
Yeah, yeah. Dentka's going IR2 finally. He's destroyed all of his old barracks, which was an interesting choice because he could have afforded to upgrade them. So that means he's going to lose all of those arquebusiers and hand
Arquebusiers,
cannons,
yes.
yeah. And it looks like Wok is pushing forward.
I really like this play, pushing with anti-air guns.
Yeah, because
It
anti-air guns have
can
so
be
much
really
health.
fragile, but at the same time it's really strong if you can do something with them.
Yeah. They do
There's
they do
something-
have a lot of health, which means that light tanks and gunners and stuff kind of will struggle to kill them.
Yes.
Giving
They
the
might be
howitzers
expensive,
time.
but Wook does have the resources for it. And if it means that he's
Yeah.
pushing in, I'd say that's worth it. I mean, they do absolute amazing damage against those balloons.
Yeah, that's why
65.
Dentka's got to stay back here, protected. These light tanks think there's workers hidden in there, but there isn't. Oh, Wok, no. Again.
And again, the same thing happens.
But Wok needs that metal now. And Dentka's almost IR2.
I know, it's some progress.
Yeah. Because they need some sort of breakthrough. Something needs to change. If they can get on those workers, if Dentka can get on those workers, who's going to build another farm there? If he can get on those workers, almost 100 workers on his farm there. That is crazy.
Wow.
He's
That's
taking a lot
not
off
convenient
now.
for him. He should really just get 5 tractors and that would be enough.
To be honest, even if a few bombers went in there and bombed those workers, you could get like 20, 25 kills with just 2 or 3 bombers. Yeah, you see that Dentka's balloons are dying because Wok had the time to...
Wook has a really strong push right now. Denka has to be.
And Dentka doesn't have anything
Scared.
to respond with except from balloons. I mean, tanks and armored cars are not going to stop howitzers. But he does
There's
have a few
the
AA,
anti-air.
yeah. And that anti-air is cleaning up the balloons, and it doesn't look like there's more coming from Wok, because Wok's
The
economy...
anti-air are just way too strong, and Wook has 54 idle workers. He needs to push out if he wants to get that wood.
Look at that. He needs to put all of these on iron, build this mine, get on that metal. He really needs to take a second to just micro his economy a little bit more.
Exactly. Yes, he needs to push. Because
Yeah.
if he doesn't get
Although
those
he has
resources.
cut off Dentka from this forward metal, so
The problem is that is IR2 that gives him access to so much to a bigger variety of units. I mean,
Yeah.
the heavy tanks, they might not be the
Oh,
best,
here we go, yeah.
but they still did pretty well. And the small tanks got in as well. It reminds me of the old light tank meta, or the FT meta.
Yeah, yeah. And Wok just ran away. I mean, he doesn't care. I think Wok might be getting his economy under control now. He's also at full pop. I mean, how many workers does he have? 168 workers.
That's why you've been noticing any action. They just went full workers.
Both of them did,
wow.
yeah.
I don't think there's that much reason to go for so many workers.
I mean, having 33,000 wood in reserve is...
I mean, 110 is like alright, but 160? That might be a bit overkill.
Yeah. Very small armies pushing back and forth. You see they're going back to the horses, howitzers and balloons, and it's the same thing. I do think that this is going to be a draw, and if Dentka goes in Wonder, he could possibly actually get the tiebreaker for that. Going IR2 from Wok now. Wok can afford it only just, though. It's astonishing that they're struggling on economy, actually, with so many workers. I guess it just becomes hard to manage. Got lots of idle boats there and still producing more.
They might be just being tired.
Yeah, I mean, it's an hour and 20 minutes into the game, and it's a big map, lots to micro. There's actually some worker and tower fighting over here.
Neighboring fights.
Yeah. And this wood line's been cut off for Wok, but Wok's wood is going down quickly, but he's okay. He needs to probably lose these workers and get some tractors, be a bit more efficient. I mean, still
right now it's quantity over quality. I mean, it's quality over quantity, because you cannot afford to lose so many units if you don't have a good wood line.
Yeah.
He needs to just push out with a huge push.
Oh, Dentka seems to be struggling with something. Oh no, that's that's Wok trying to place blueprints there. Dentka's doing perfectly fine, and he's just started the Wonder raid. Wok's been struggling with his economy for a really long time. Killed a lot of workers. He lost a few to the fight as well, but I think he must have killed a few off. And he's got way too many fishing boats here, getting stuck. He should really try swim them down there, across them.
He cannot. He sadly cannot.
Yeah.
I mean, Dentka has just a much stronger army right now.
Or at least just enough to stop
the howitzers are super strong, but without any meat protecting them, they are useless.
Yeah. Nothing standing in front of these balloons. AA is doing what it can,
but it's simply not enough. I don't think it is.
I mean, we still haven't seen any IR2 units coming out. They reached IR2, but no units that actually resemble the production. Oh, there's the submachine gunners finally, but... Okay, Wok has just reached IR2 as well.
And we're getting the Wonder.
Yeah, we're going to see the Wonder just before the end of the game, and I think that's going to be what decides the win.
end of it.
Because if the game reaches 90 minutes, then there's a tiebreaker, and the first condition for the tiebreaker is, I believe, that a Wonder has been built, or the person with the highest progression to the Wonder. They're both starting the Wonder, but Wok is...
Dentka is almost done with it.
Yeah. And I mean, this is a really stalemate. Really big stalemate. The whole game, really. Interesting to see every player bounce back. I mean, the amount of workers that were brutally slaughtered throughout the entire game. And both players just keep coming back. I mean, if we look at the worker count, just jumping around like crazy. Army count is even bigger, look at that. The howitzers are going through this way now. Trying to maybe cut off Dentka's economy or secure this for Wok. And there it is, the Wonder. I imagine that there will be a GG called. Yeah, there's the GG.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Looks like it's over.
Wow. I mean, I didn't expect the game to go like that at all. I thought there'd be a bit more of a proxy push from the start. There was a little bit, but it just wasn't really committed enough, was it?
No, exactly.
Look
It
at
was
this
only
production.
one worker building the proxy.
It's crazy back and forth the whole time. Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to take a short break here, and we will find the next replay code to cast. We'll be back in just a moment. Alright, we are back yet again with the third game between Dentka and Wok. Dentka is in red again here in the bottom right, and Wok is in the top left. We've got a very different map here, much smaller, loads and loads of water, and the mammoth of the island, so we'll see how this goes.
This map doesn't seem to have too much wood, so
Yeah.
I presume it will end before Industrial. It's also quite small.
Yeah.
There will be a lot of fishing probably.
Loads
I'm
of
guessing
fishing.
Denka might do some dropping this game.
Yeah, he's been showing that off a lot this game, this tournament. So I do expect this iron is going to be contested. That's my prediction. It doesn't look like, especially these two coppers at the front. If you get a big proxy, stick it right here. You're controlling the metal, and this is the only metal you have. So I think
We
one thing
may
that could
see
work.
a proxy from Dentka because of the cows. He possibly will want to get them for himself and then steal them from the enemy.
Yeah. I do wonder what's going to happen here, because this is a perfect map for a proxy. Loads of food. He's got lots of wood at the start, but as he goes out, he'll need to control that. And getting the pressure up on his enemy's base. I mean, we can see Wok pushing out. He's probably going for these cows. Wok, we've only seen him do one proxy, I think. So... yeah, he went for the cows. And he's got them in an okay spread out. He can... yeah, that's pretty
not
okay.
too far.
Yeah. Both are fishing. I mean, here's a good place for a warehouse. And Dentka's workers one gets caught there on a tiger, and Wok is following those workers. There's a little entourage there of scouts and workers. Oh, and brilliant!
Yes, found a mammoth.
That was wonderful by Wok.
That is quite annoying for Dentka. And he knows that something is going on. Something fishy is happening.
I mean, he might have set off to try and set up a forward base with a proxy, but he might have lost too many workers. I think he sent 3 or 4 and he lost. Yeah, 1 there, but he's setting up in his base now. Same as Wok. Everyone seems to go warriors first, which is interesting, and then progress into something else based on what the opponent does, I think.
I'm guessing the 3,000 beats will come out.
Yeah.
From Dentka, obviously.
And there's 5 right now, which is an okay number, but it doesn't look like Dentka.
Yeah, 5 is the usual, but I think the return is like 11.
Dentka doesn't seem to be able to afford it either. But yeah, this is
exactly.
Here we go.
Here.
Yep.
This might be a bait, however.
Yeah.
But maybe he's baiting his enemy to waste his eco so that he can transition and be faster in the next age.
Look, Dentka's deleting them as he goes.
That would be smart, because if you can imagine, his enemy would be scared, create a lot of fighting pits, get the upgrades as soon as he can, get a lot of bulwark, and this way he can just waste his eco for nothing.
Yeah. I mean, it was well done there by Dentka, getting him to show what he has, because Wok sent all of his warriors in. But this isn't a bait, I don't think, because you can see
absolutely not.
Lots of workers there, and I don't think they're going to survive.
Good scouting from Wok.
Yeah. And a good catch. That's 4 workers on food, which is really important. You can see his food economy already collapsing. Those 4 workers were doing a lot.
Oh, the workers do seem to have the wood upgrade. They're faster than the warriors.
Yeah, look at that. I think I've seen Dentka take it a couple times now in our games, but
he does like them.
I'm not sure where he's going. I'm not sure where he's trying to run to, though. He's running, but in the wrong way. Oh, he's gonna go. He saved 1.
Die with honors.
Yeah. He lets him
More
leave.
warriors are coming into Dentka's base from Wok.
Doesn't look like.
No.
Yeah, there we go.
From the top as well.
Oh yeah.
Pay close attention to the map, you will see.
Yeah, when they go around in small groups like that, it's hard to see their color actually. So there's 3 groups, and Dentka sent almost all of his army to defend the north group, which is one of the smallest.
However, transition into slingers that we can see.
Yeah. Although he's only making, he's actually not making slingers. He's still making warriors. He doesn't have a slinger upgrade, but he does have a few slingers. So it's interesting why he went just a couple slingers without the upgrade. Fishing is going up there, and Wok hasn't even started fishing just yet, but he's going to the next age. Dentka's currently stuck.
Those Asian players don't really go for fishing. That's
no, they prefer to get workers and a big attack off early, I think. Yeah, a bit of a wasted attack there by Denska, I think. He loves building things with the one worker, doesn't he? That one worker that survived is going to get revenge. But I probably should have just built towers up here and maybe contested this wood line, because I mean, he has work speared, and so I don't know if this was even.
Now imagine we see a battle ram coming out of this, out of the
ram,
swamp
yeah.
barrack.
Oh, a little bit of combat over here. Let's slow it down a second. One worker's dead, but Dena managed to defend that quite well, running his workers around. Anything lost here? No, just some chickens, it seems. But Dena is doing a really big attack now. But hitting the warehouse.
Coming, but he's not getting anything.
Yeah, no, he should split up.
A lot of workers are dying here. That's about 6 workers death.
Yeah.
That.
Where's he going? Is he going for the dock, maybe?
No,
yeah, he is.
Maybe I think he's also going to go for the iron workers.
I thought he would, but he's just committed to the fight there. Maybe buy himself time to kill that one there. Oh, he's microing it. Wok is microing it.
Unfortunate.
He saved him. Look at that.
My warrior's coming from the right side, however.
Yeah, but Wok actually built a very nice base this time. It's a bit blocked up here, so these houses here can't be repaired. But I think he's done a really good base building where the only way in is this way. Oh, there's a gap here as well, but...
It might not be easy to see.
He needs that warrior's trying to get that house.
You can see more armies coming from Dena. But I think it's time for Orc to push out the counter-attack. Yeah,
he's got the heavy spearman and normal spearman. He's going, I think, now. You can see he's pretty much pop-capped. He's going to the next age. He's good on economy. Dena is pop-capped and he's only just going... Where's his temple? Oh, right in the corner there. He's just going to the Iron Age now, so...
Quite risky placement.
Yeah, risky placement right in the corner as well, behind his house wall. His base is cut in two. And there's a big attack coming in from Wok right now. Yeah, really big attack, and
it looks like the Dena is pushing with his warriors. He's onto him. He doesn't want to defend.
Yeah. But I think at this point he has to defend. I mean, he just deleted all of these bulwarks to go because he went the next stage. I think that might actually be like a really bad thing right now, because he has to rebuild all of these towers, which he can't afford. And those bulwarks are still...
Warriors from that guys are coming into his workspace. Let's see if they can... No, they cannot get anything.
Yeah, no. But I think Wok is going to get some really good value here. The towers are full already up to capacity with workers.
The workers have nowhere to go.
And he's already running low on wood.
The heavy spearmen are not too easy to kill. They just survive so much.
Switch to Wok, you can see the normal spearmen are dead, but the heavy spearmen, he only lost 3 since he sent them in, so... Look at this one. He's fighting 3 soldiers at the same time and getting shot, and he's fine. Dena's going to lose a lot of workers in this little pocket here. Those 3 heavy spears. Yeah, here as well, another couple. With Wok launching fireworks.
It must be having fun.
Yeah, lots of lost workers here. Like, we can see Wok is on 58 exactly. I love it when all of them are working on gathering, you know? And here we see 45, so a big difference there. Well, I'm not sure why. Dena sent in the few warriors, few heavy spears he had. He should probably destroy these, because he's eventually going to miss micro.
Proxy by now. I'm quite baffled that it survived for so long.
Yeah, I know.
There's one building
It's 23
made by that one worker that is going to kill himself right now. Where is this worker going?
That worker's on a journey. And that tower cannot hit him.
He has the plot armor behind him.
Yeah. I'm surprised there hasn't been any junks coming out, to be honest. I'd expect 1 or maybe 2 junks just to come and put off this food. Because Dena is he not gathering chickens? No, he's not even got a poultry yard. Oh no, he does there, okay, but he's not gathering anything, so fishing is his only source of food income right now. We got the Ashigarus from War.
And the proxy is going to die now.
Yeah. Ah, while he's doing that, he's sent in another
I
attack.
think another proxy is coming in from Denka, however, on the right side.
Oh, that same worker. Oh my god.
If there's one Bob the Builder in this game, it's him.
Definitely, they can always build it. Yeah, not much damage. I mean, one worker dead there. Doesn't look like anything crazy.
No, so far it's kind of quiet. Denka has nothing to do. I think he might be a bit down on resources. Let's check if that's correct.
A little bit on
No,
wood,
he's actually
but
doing amazing.
food, yeah.
But this is often what I don't understand. Those players have so much food, yet they simply focus on it. I mean, he doesn't have any workers on food right now, but I bet just a few seconds ago he did. The players need to remember to space out their workers quite often.
Looks like Dendka went around the army here. He saw it coming, so he went around so we can get some kills. But, I mean, those 4 samurai were probably able to kill all those spearmen alone, so I think Wok will be okay as long as he micros his workers a little bit, because he's got plenty of towers here. It's Dendka who should be worried here, because he's Samurai and Ashigaru coming into his base against just a few Ashigaru. Oh, but... no, it looks okay.
There wasn't that much damage.
No, that looks okay. Here it seems that Wok got a bit caught up.
Wok is spreading the army, however. Those towers are made out of paper. They will not do too much against those Ashigarus with the samurai men.
Should have sent something over here as well, though, I think.
Wok has to not be scared. I think if he goes for the houses, this may be critical. Does he?
Especially because of the wood.
No, he does not go for the houses.
He's chasing these workers. I see why he was chasing them. He was chasing them away into his other army, but it didn't work out. Oh, a lot of dead workers here, I think. Oh, no. No, I'm wrong. There's not a single worker dead there. It's a matter. Actually, surprisingly well managed there. That was a big attack
was a
coming
scary
in.
attack, and there was like nothing lost. Almost nothing lost.
I'm just waiting for some junks. First player to do it cripples his enemy's food economy, I think. And all these buildings along the coast. Especially Dendka, yeah, all this housing gonna be gone. But I think pro level games rarely see any sort of naval combat.
Back in the day you used to, but now I don't know, times have changed.
You see a little groups of soldiers trying to pick off anything they can, but
he's trying to annoy a little bit, but there's not much he can do.
See if he's not microing. Again, the armies are passing, where they just don't see each other.
Pretty confident about it.
Definitely. I mean, he's trying to kill his fishing now, a little bit, and knock out these towers. That's probably a good idea before they get upgraded.
Exactly.
Dendka is probably unable to rebuild those right now, and Wok has an army here to defend with a bit of some Ashigarus. Why is he making a springald there? I'm not sure what... No, he's not making it, but he had a blueprint there. Maybe it was to do with that proxy that we saw before. The workers escaped, it seems. Not into the tower, but somewhere else. A big attack coming in.
Somewhere are coming out, so there will be not too much damage. Shabra the couches.
Oh, here
it
we
was
go.
a bit too late from Wok's side.
Yeah, Wok kind of went into places where the workers escaped. Yeah, this is fine for Wok. This is brilliant, because it's inside the tower, which probably isn't doing too much.
And nothing is lost.
Yeah. Getting rid of his fishing. He's only got 1 dock left. All of his boats are using that 1 dock now, so if you can take that out, Dendka's going to struggle. I think Wok is kind of up right now. Yeah, he's going up to the next age, and his economy... Sorry, no, Dendka going up to the next age. Sorry. Wait. What? Oh. I'm confused. I think one of them cancelled. No, Wok is going to the next stage, yes.
Maybe Dendka was a bit too worried.
Yeah.
Questionable springald here, in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, the springalds with these 2 players haven't been used the best.
Wow, he didn't even go for it.
No, now he is.
Okay,
yeah.
never mind.
I mean, the last springald that Dendka built walked up to the tower, up to the wall before shooting, which was quite an interesting strategy there. Yeah, but Wok is doing so well defending. Just outside of his base, he kills all of Dendka's stuff, all of his army. Oh, some warships. Come on. That's all I want to see. Oh, there's a
There's
junk.
one
There's a junk. I think it's
I
too late
think
though.
that Dentka would do it.
I think it's a bit, yeah. I thought that Denka out of anybody, but I think it's
I
too
mean,
late.
we can see a drop of springers possibly.
Maybe in the corner here to hit them, but
Yeah.
I think there's too many workers nearby. We'll see, because Wok is doing a big attack, so the junks are coming out, but they don't seem to be going yet. And
It's quite
Dentka
passive.
doesn't have an
Dentka is
army
low
right
on
now.
iron.
Low on iron and no army, and he's only just going up to the next stage, I think. While Wok should be already there, I think. Yeah, he's already there, so if Dentka can't defend against this attack properly, I suspect he won't be able to. You'll have to spam out Ashigarus, so...
There is something in those boats.
Oh, there is. Samurai.
Samurai man.
Samurai landing, probably to cut off his metal there and his food. But I think he might have to land those and defend. It's really risky what he's trying to do here.
The mountain samurai out as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he's
look at those workers that are very far from towers. Oh, the pikeman did throw them down. Ashigaru can be quite strong at times.
Yeah. I don't think Dentka can defend this properly. He's going to have to build lots of towers over here to defend his houses and workers. And also
But
here,
he's
he
slowly
should
losing time.
Oh,
He's slowly running out of time. Especially his opponent's eco is very high.
he landed there. He'll probably go back on, yeah. But even if Dentka kills his entire economy, Wok is fine because he has reserves just to make more units. And there's a constant stream of mostly samurais, really. Samurais, Ashigarus, Ashigaru-Yari. He's doing a really good job here, Wok, of not relenting. Making sure that Dentka can't stop.
Dentka is slightly defending.
He's pushed him back, but he lost a lot of buildings here. And I think a few workers as well.
I'm not sure what Wok is waiting. He's probably just trying to macro his base.
Yeah, he's busy defending this, I think.
Did upgrade the towers in time, however.
Yeah, a lot of workers dead here. And if he lands over here, this could be really big because they can sneak around. But he's just stood there. There we go. But he should move them around. Because now they're stuck.
4, 5, 6,
All
7,
of them,
8,
I think.
9,
Yeah.
10.
All of them dead. He's building a springhold there. I'm not sure on that
Questionable
decision.
position.
Dentka's out of resources though.
He's really struggling right now. Looks like it won't be 3-0 for Dentka.
Yeah, no. I think Watt can still pull this back. And I'm just waiting for the samurais to get in this pocket here. It's going to be beautiful. Most satisfying thing, look at that.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
Very nice game from both players. It was quite exciting.
So much... there was so much early aggression compared to the last game. I think they both realised that they can't... I think Wok realised that he can't risk Dentka just defending until Wonder. So I think we might see the next game be a bit more aggressive as well. But yes, we'll go set up the next replay of this, probably of these two players. If not these two, then we'll find whatever we can. And we'll be back in just a moment. Alright, we've checked the replays, and unfortunately none of the games have finished just yet. So we're going to give the players some more time and take a 20-25 minute break. Come back to us here, and we have another 2 codes to give away, which we will unveil as the next matches progress. So we'll see you all in about 20-25 minutes. Thank you for watching. Hello everybody. We are going to just currently wait for the next replay code to come from the Denta vs Wok games. As soon as that is out, we will spectate that, and then there should be one more game after that from Denta and Wok, and that should be the final game for third place between those two players. And after that, the stream will be stopped, unfortunately, as for the finals there was only one game played between CN and Q, which we did spectate. And they agreed that they would only play one game and the winner of that would win the tournament. But that is not official yet. It's just that for now they're not playing any games. We're still contacting and sorting issues out. So for now we're just going to wait for Dentka versus Wok games to be available, the replays, and we'll spectate those. So we'll be just a few more minutes, I imagine. Hello everybody, we are back again with the fourth game from Denta against Wok. We've got Wok again in yellow in the top left and Denta in the bottom right. Another quite long game here, an hour and 20 minutes. And we were expecting one more game from these two because Dentka's second game, where he won by wonder, has been invalidated due to some rule breaks, and Wok has gotten the point there, so it's 2-2 current. 2-1 currently, and we are waiting to see the results of the games. And I'm expecting one more after this, I think, but we'll see.
Jeez.
Yes.
Stream?
What's wrong with the stream?
You're not streaming on the Discord.
Oh, my apologies. 1 second. There you go. You can see. We've only gone a few minutes, so you didn't miss much. Sorry, Patin. Okay, but we have workers going in the middle, workers going in the north from Dentka, which seems quite
What are your
normal.
predictions for this game?
I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, prefer proxy.
Yeah, definitely proxy. Yeah, you can see
Exactly.
there already, but I'm surprised that Wok hasn't left his base just yet. Hasn't been out to get food, because both players usually do, so... And no fishing either. It's a few fish, but they're quite far away.
They're really far away, yeah.
Probably not even
The board will be
scouted
useful
yet.
though.
Yeah. And only a warrior died there, so that's good. Yeah, these cows are going to help Dentka a lot. Yeah. Well, no, actually, no. Dentka's down on food, probably because he's producing. Yeah, he's producing. Again, Maceman. Okay, so we're
Wow.
going to see another northern...
He
northern
didn't
attack.
change his strategy at all.
No, but he's going back to something he already did, which succeeded, so I guess that makes some sense.
I think the warriors are the best from him. Proxy to warriors. I don't know why he's not doing it often.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
like he's
7
pushing
warriors and-
strategy and he never does it now.
Yeah. I mean, he's sending the Maceman
Quite
in
weird.
now, but he's got so many... Wok has got... Okay, 6 there, but not much defending. Oh, he's got slingers, so he's probably going to be okay. 18 slingers against 9 Macemen, so he's going to be fine there, I think. He's doing some really good dodging there for a second, some dancing, which we've been missing for a while.
Yeah, a few houses are going down. It's always something.
Yeah.
But I think Wok just protected this.
Yeah, Wok did a good job
Shit.
defending that. I think he's expecting these early aggressions from...
Yeah, and he changed into mostly warriors. It was a big waste of resources from Dentka's side.
Yeah. And I think he's going to lose this proxy because Wok is making warriors. They're unupgraded warriors. He's getting the upgrades, but these slingers are just going to stand in the proxy, I think, and just kill things as they spawn. There's another
There's a
little
lot of
proxy here.
proxies.
Yeah, there's another proxy there.
I think he's going all in into fighting.
And another proxy there. So the proxies are coming out.
It
Let's
goes to
see.
show that he's giving it his all. I mean, he probably thought that it was his last game of the day.
Yeah. I mean, they're not doing too bad, these slingers, against the
Yeah, they aren't bad. They can
Buildings.
destroy it. They just cannot destroy bulwarks.
yeah, because their armor is just flat, too high. They don't even get a
Exactly.
chance to hit it. Although Wok is doing quite well on his economy there compared to Dentka, who's got no metal and is also low on food. That's probably what happens when you make so many fight pits around the entire map. He doesn't-
Yeah, I feel like it's just too much for the start of the game. He should have gone a bit slower on them.
Yeah. But yeah, you can see that Wok is just pushing in, and these units that he's making here are really not doing anything. There's not really any damage being done to Wok's
Yeah,
armies,
it's just
so-
a waste of resource at this point. I mean,
Yeah,
creating units in a farm of slingers, it's not the brightest idea.
Yeah. Although, there is a nice little push happening here. These Macemen are stood there. They shouldn't be
It might
moving
be
up.
too late.
Yeah, he has,
That waste
Wok
of
has a
time,
lot
I
of
just-
towers. He's got a lot of towers now. He's deleted the frontal 2 towers, but he might lose a few buildings here. But I think other than that, he's got
Should be
spin.
fine.
Yeah, he's perfectly fine, I think. Although these slingers are finally dying. But
Yeah,
was the
issue
trade good?
Wok was just standing there right in front of his tower. He's like pushed up to the left just slightly.
He's got towers in his base now. Oh my god. Very, very aggressive from
Very
Denka.
aggressive.
With
That's
only
what I'd like to see.
4 workers though. Although he's building towers in the wrong part of his base, because all of Wok's economy is up here. And the towers are being built in his production buildings, which can just run away from the towers, because the towers are quite inaccurate anyway. And Wok is Iron Age now, and Dentka isn't, so Wok could just make heavy spearmen, which he is doing, and even hand rams will be able to take these out quite effectively.
Yeah, we haven't seen them too much. We haven't seen them too often, but now a push from Dentka is going with some lonely warriors, but just enough to break those houses and harm those workers.
Yeah.
Very good idea to split your army, always have your opponent at bay.
Exactly. I mean, the towers are going down, but his economy is getting quite hurt here. And he doesn't have enough towers to hide in.
He's basically being attacked from every single direction, so he's quite stressed, I'd figure out.
Yeah, I think this is working really well for Dentka, these fight pits everywhere, because they're just trickling a few units in, meaning he has to micro his entire base all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Although those spearmen are doing quite well against warriors, surprisingly.
Yeah. Yeah, those macemen are all going down now. I think at this point,
Warriors
Dentka
are
needs to
superior.
move on.
Yeah, macemen are really costly when you think about it. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe it's not that much, but it adds up, especially in Stone Age.
How is Wok over here? What? Is this a proxy for a proxy?
And there's an alligator, there's a boar. How was...
Yeah.
How did he not get triggered? Has the alligator got any kills?
No,
No.
neither does the boar.
Wow.
I'm not sure. I have no clue what's going on
Quite a
there.
surprise.
Yeah.
I guess there's a pacifist.
Pacifist animals, yeah. Okay, all the towers are gone. And the macemen are just dying to the archers. This happened last one of the games before as well, and oh.
Now, what happened here?
We need to pay a
We
bit more
must have
attention to this area of the map, I think. What on earth is going on?
Did he just destroy it himself?
He must have, yeah, because there's no enemy units
But
here.
why?
I don't know. I don't know, because he needs
Well,
the
the
fishing.
attacks from Denka is withered out a bit, so
Yeah, I guess.
we'll got his breathing space.
And he's able time to micro his economy, which I think these Chinese players have shown that they're really good at.
He
Constantly
changed his
able to do
strategy,
that.
he's going into archers this time. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll see some heavy archers going from Wok.
I mean, he's not producing... Yeah, heavy archers are being
Yeah, yeah,
researched,
yeah.
so...
Quite a lovely unit. Basically this with everything.
Yeah.
We have seen them a lot back in the old meta, but now not
Yeah,
many people use them.
When they were pretty much the only counter to swordsmen, heavy spears, even normal spears. You know, that was quite a while ago, but yeah, heavy spears were always really good.
Not much is going on, however, Wok does need to micro his food eco. Yes, a
Yeah.
lot of workers, but all of those workers don't really work. Look,
Yeah,
they
they're
are
stuck on
just
those
struggling
chickens,
to
yeah.
find the
yeah.
food.
Big attack coming
Uh-oh.
in. With
What?
hand rams, we
No!
we
this
said
is-
we needed them.
This is just disrespectful at this point. What? 8 hand rounds coming from nowhere. This is a strategy only Daniel B would use.
I mean, they got a few houses, but was it worth it? I really don't think so.
Remember, every hand ram is like, what, 120 wood?
100 wood and 60
100.
food compared to a heavy spearman.
So that was about 800 wood spent on that
You could
one
probably
house.
get 2 or 3 heavy spearmen for all of the resources that take a hand ram, and they take 2 population. And they have no armor really, so they're kind of hard to manage. Oh, let's see, is he gonna be able to kill this? These heavy spears should probably just kill that instead of fighting those units. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
But the vision as well is quite good for Dentka right now.
Dentka.
But he's being
He
pushed
knows
back.
that he doesn't have to worry.
Yeah, Dentka
I think they
again
are
isn't being
pointed
attacked.
into his base because he's not defending himself.
Yeah, he should send maybe 10, 15 heavy spears over here.
Oh, he might be giving up on his proxy. He's making units out of his own base.
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
Not too much done. A few workers dead. It's
Again,
always something,
with the
but
late fishing. Both players still don't have fishing up. And Dentka is
they focus
still...
a lot on combat.
Yeah, Dentka's only just getting to late medieval. I mean, Wok isn't getting the upgrade. All the workers... Oh, there we go. Took a second, but he did that. Yeah, he's going for that spread influence so that he can get as much territory as possible from Dentka. This is quite smart. He's buying himself time, I think, to upgrade. Yeah, there you go. And attack from two sides. So we can encircle these units and kill them. But I do see a sneaky little attack here. Maybe going for these buildings down here and the bit undefended flank of Wok's base.
It looks like the proxy has fallen. This will be pretty costly for Dentka. But I presume he can defend himself.
Especially that tower, because it was giving him all of this vision here. And now Wok is contesting it. That house is holding on. It's got no door, no windows, it's got a draft.
No rooftop.
Yeah, probably not. In situations like this, some sort of healer unit would be really helpful, because look at all those heavy spears.
Maybe a bit too helpful.
Yeah, I mean, 19 heavy spears, and all of them are nearly dead. Doesn't look like many workers died here. I heard one just then, but nothing major.
I mean, some units do regenerate HP, right?
Yeah, they do, but you can see it's very slowly. Like, if you just watch that little green bar, it's very slow. And obviously, you don't want these units just stood around waiting to regenerate. You might as well just make new ones. Especially with Wok, you might not be able to afford them right now, but you can afford them more than Dentka, who's quite struggling.
I'm sure he will recover.
Yeah, they're both getting their samurais up now. Because you don't need wood for samurai, so it's just metal. Yeah, he's smart to just avoid this, because you can see that it's Oh, he said not avoiding it, okay. He's going to go for that tower, no? He thinks they're inside there, perhaps. Well. Yeah, Dentka's base building is good here, because he can just go around, and he stops him getting in through here, and he has to probably die, to be honest, with those units. These ones will fall back.
That was a pretty nice hit from... I mean, he did some damage, slowed down Dentka, will force him to make another warehouse, while he's actually already struggling on wood.
Yeah. Well, not as bad as he was before, but...
Well, 300 is not too much. Well, really I don't know why he's coming back. I myself would just keep up the pressure.
Yeah. I think he might be scouting here. We look at his fog. Yeah, he's probably scouting
Maybe,
for fishing.
That's why you always want to make 3 scouts and scout the entire map.
Yeah.
And we have some samurai in the woodline, but they haven't found any workers and will die now for nothing.
I think they might have just been right-clicked in there. I don't think they were being microed.
Perhaps.
Yeah, Wok needs to get towers on these bases, because 2 samurai...
Especially for later.
Yeah, 2 samurai, they're sneaking around here, those 2 samurai. Going around.
The tigers are helping though.
Oh, he was so lucky that Dentka didn't see that.
He missed it completely. That one samurai is coming, but Wok sees everything.
Yeah, Wok sees all. He's omnipresent, right? Omnipresent is the word. He sees everything. Knows everything. It's omnipotent. Here we go. I think he might be preparing to... Should be upgrading these houses, I think, or building new ones at least. There we go, yeah. It's always funny when we catch on to something just a second before they do it. Oh, you know, they should probably be making tanks, or they should make balloons, and then they start putting the airports down, you know.
Maybe they should donate 20 euro to the stream.
Yeah,
I don't think
I'm not sure if it works that well. We're not quite that powerful, you know.
Yeah, it might take a while of training.
Yeah, it looks like there's some sneaky attacks coming in from the south and the north, but we'll speed it up as there's not really anything game-changing going on. Like, this little attack's going to run to these samurai, get stopped by the towers, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
This could be quite good if these arrived maybe 5 seconds before, because these towers wouldn't be up, but now they're up, so... Oh no, Wok, don't do it.
I just feel like it's not worth it. These towers just survive way too long.
Yeah.
Without a siege weapon, it's better to go for some houses at least.
At least if he went for one of these towers.
he killed some of the opponent's army, but like he has gotten nothing out of it.
Yeah.
And then catches back at the stone mine.
Even more 18 samurai, but Wok can counter it with his own army of samurai Ashigaru. But if you can get into these workers,
Make victory one.
Dena makes it quite clear he goes through the warehouses a lot, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, and now the houses are coming in. It's quite an interesting choice that Wok just simply decided to destroy all of his shooting ranges and not care about upgrading them. I think he didn't do too much of a good choice. I feel like it was a mistake. Those gunpowder units are extremely powerful and could push into
Especially as
Dentka's
Wok is going late medieval now. And Dentka's already late medieval and Wok's only just going, so Denta was behind on age, but now he's able to actually be ahead. Because he's the one doing all the damage, and...
Ooh, that warehouse could use some improvement.
Which one?
The one above. Higher up.
Yeah.
Right, not this one. I mean, it could, yeah,
there.
but look at the tree line.
I see what you mean, yeah. And lots of Stone Age workers still there. Would Wok not afford to upgrade
And the
those?
joining are comic. They will be stopped, however, the spearmen do slow them down quite a bit.
Yeah, and that's... once they get caught, then they're stuck.
I was so sad when they added this change.
I know.
I used to play European horsemen all the
All
time.
the time, yeah. I loved them as well. Mix them with some archers during the archer meta. A couple workers dead there.
I hope we'll get some archers back. I really like dancing with the archers. It was quite nice.
I try to main Eastern Europe all the time, and archers for Eastern Europe are like your backbone of your defense.
You were playing it even before Eastern Europe was good.
Yeah, I've been
And then
playing
it
it
just
since
became
I got this
overpowered.
game. Yeah, then it got overpowered, then it got nerfed. Now the archers are pretty much useless against the current meta.
You just usually use them as meat shield, which you already have militiamen for.
Yeah, exactly. A bit too many meat shields in the Eastern European roster.
Nothing too powerful.
Yeah.
But I feel like the rams are underused. But
Yeah, the rams
it's hard to use them when there's so many samurai.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's why I feel like it can be quite strong to make staples as Europe in the Iron Age and push out of those rams, because if you think about it, Asia only has heavy spearmen and spearmen which don't deal that much DPS, and those rams can really hurt Asia.
To be honest, I think if we ever see Archer meta come back, the rams will be used again, because archers now don't have building damage.
No.
So the rams just walk past them, and the archers need to either focus the enemy's archers or fall back and try to kill the rams with their, like, you know, 2 damage that they can do.
I feel like the minimum range was the biggest hit to archers.
I think
Because they're moving the building them is quite healthy. That forces the enemy player to actually mix their archers with some other units.
Yeah.
But the minimum range just deletes them from the game, because melee units just
run into
become
their
so powerful.
range.
Archers are just made obsolete.
I mean, it's why when you attack things like artillery and howitzers, you always have to run into the minimum range, right? To exploit the attack. But these attacks here, they're because it's Eastern Asia versus Eastern Asia. Oh, he left the tower and actually
he missed
worked
it
out.
again.
Actually worked
Quite a good play from Wok.
Yeah, very well done.
Denta doesn't seem to be catching those workers too often. I think he's getting quite tired right now.
And Wok also isn't catching Denta's workers in the attacks. But they do have fishing.
Well,
here,
I mean,
which is good.
I'm pretty sure for Wok it's like already 4 AM right now.
Yeah, I think maybe not just yet, but 2 AM right now. Or 3 AM even. It is 8 hours ahead.
Yeah, well, he's getting there.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. But the last game should be being played right now, if it's not finished already. So I was gonna say this could be really bad if there's no towers, but there is, and he put everyone he just fit. I was scared he wasn't.
It's nice to see that the players are learning from their mistakes.
Yeah,
and start to set more towers. We'll see if we get a lot more industrial towers this game.
Oh, this could be a bit bad play. If Denta rushed in there as fast as possible, he could have killed a couple there. But...
Well, it's hard because those horses are indeed slowed because of the spearmen.
I mean, are the Ashigaru Yari counted as spearmen? I know the Ashigaru are.
No, only the Ashigaru.
Yeah, okay.
Pretty sure. Like, I'm 80% sure. Yeah, look, they cannot even move.
Yeah.
Yuck. That worker did not survive.
No, it did not. I think the samurai from Wok came in and blocked the workers so they couldn't hide efficiently.
Pretty sure Dentka is in Industrial right now. Wok is almost there.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Quite a surprise to not see any of those players make a strong push with gunpowder units.
Yeah, very passive in this. This tournament as a whole has been very passive. The only real big pushes have been in the Stone Age and early Bronze Age. There's not really been much medieval combat except from Eastern Asia, kind of charging in, you know.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And I'm sad not to see any naval warfare, just unit landings, because I do love a bit of a sneaky naval.
Well, at least we don't have to see any naval maps.
I mean, that's true, yeah. Yeah.
You know, maybe for the next tournament we could get a set of custom maps that the players could choose from together. Would be quite nice to see.
Yeah.
Maybe like a draft thing when they can ban maps and they will be left with one to play.
That could be actually quite interesting, yeah. I think the only issue is that the map editor needs a bit more, needs a bit
polish.
more work, polish, yeah. There's still a few too many issues. What's he going for here? Because Wok has his own army set up. He's got 2 towers, and these workers can just run away through this forest. If not there, he can run up the other way.
He just wants to delete it to be to feel safer, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because Wok is not going to win this. He doesn't have the reserve for that.
Yeah. Oh, good deleting that warehouse.
Good call.
Although,
but
a bit too late.
Jari are so quick.
This is the first big loss of workers, I think, in this game. I mean, if you look at the chronology, I love this chronology. You can see the workers is not too bad. I mean, Wok lost a fair few here. That might have been on the big attacks on his base.
I do wish we had more choices of chronology, though. Like,
yeah,
perhaps the line graph,
or
maybe
summary,
the block graph.
Territory.
It can be sometimes hard for some people to read those graphs with just 2 colors. I think the lines or the towers would work well.
Yeah, yeah. And we're seeing the cavalry again.
Looks like it's going to be quite repetitive.
They do alternate their tactics, but in the end it always boils back down to this. Really get that reinforced equipment as soon as possible.
I suggest maybe moving the game speed to ×3.
Yeah,
I don't think we'll see a lot of action right now. It will be just going back and forth. There will be a couple of workers right now. Actually, never mind.
No.
I want to see some upgrades from the towers from Wok. Few workers there, like 2 maybe at max.
I think the problem here is that they're both playing about as well as each other, so they're defending. Oh, this is something that didn't happen last time.
Yeah, no, if you can get like 20 of them at once, nothing can get close.
Yeah.
They are basically mini death scythes.
He's got a couple, but they're also quite expensive, so... Let's see, can Wok afford that?
If you think about it, they might be just quite expensive, but they are still mini death scythes, and
they're pretty good, yeah.
They have also... Well, the price is not too big.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
The best thing about them is the range.
Yeah, I mean, they can...
Look at this.
They're really inaccurate,
they have no minimum range.
Like you say, with about 20 of them, then. It's interesting to see Samurai lose against the horses, actually.
And it's such a bad trade too, because Samurai cost 80 iron for each, and the horses don't.
Dentka again going for the ranges.
I think he will want to push out the balloons this
time. Wok is going to get really good value here. Quite a few dead workers. He's just trying to buy himself time until his next army
comes in.
He's
going to the tower. I think we're going to get a continuation from the last game. It's just going to be horses on top of horses.
Yeah. Because with the horses, you don't really get like a actual win or defeating the enemy. It's just whittling them down.
They are good, but I feel like you need a strong army along those horses. You need something to keep your opponent busy while you want to defeat their entire eco.
Because currently the meta is just sending in horses alone. When I think it usually is the way that you send an army in to attack, and then horses at a different place to do.
But I wouldn't say that the horses alone are meta per se. I just think that those players.
No, I mean this tactic of horses being thrown in by themselves.
Yeah, but I feel like if Dentka would go for a proxy in the middle, get like 10 towers there. Well, 10 towers is even too much. Like get 6 towers there.
Yeah.
Produce like tanks out of 5 factories. I feel like it would be over. Like
Yeah.
you need to think about it. Wook spent all of his pop on horses and onto machine guns. He cannot do anything that this with tanks. So Denka just produces 10-15 tanks and goes for the snipe.
Yeah,
He's basically over just like that.
He has the
Unless
machine gunners
he's
though now as well.
smart enough to delete those machine
I are
gunners in a
two
couple of
straight
bursts.
away from Walk. I wonder if he's trying to get the wonder here and just defend.
Yeah, he doesn't want to make the same mistake
Maybe
as
he
before.
wants to play it really safe because while they were playing this game, they did believe this to be the whoever wins this wins.
However, this map is quite harsher than the last one. I mean, it's fully open and the resources are a bit farther away.
Looks like Walk's been pushed out of this one. He's only got a few AA
Mistake by
guns.
him here.
I think it might be a mistake to send all your machine gunners over here. There's so many balloons and armored cars that...
I feel like they should play a lot more with the towers. I mean, Walk is struggling a bit on eco, but I'm sure if he focuses, he can make sure that he has enough wood to upgrade everything.
Oh, this is going to be
And
beautiful.
look at this. All of them are dying in seconds. No losses.
Yeah.
This unit is really underrated. It went from being fully useless to a really strong defensive option after a couple of buffs.
Yeah. Oh, Walk had to cancel his upgrade, yeah. So that does make sense.
How many workers do we have on each player?
We've got Dentka... Oh, maybe let's switch that off. Dentka has...
130, yeah.
Oh my god, 130, a little bit more than that. And Walk is on... Whoa!
Yeah.
60 workers. I think that's... All of his workers are here, yeah.
We need to see like 3 universities coming up from Walk.
Or more. I mean, he has
Yeah.
2 here, but this is all contested right now. This is the front line.
It seems to be improving, but I feel like they are a bit too scared to use the resources.
Yeah.
Like last game we've seen Dentka with 40,000 wood.
Yeah, exactly.
And basically
Exactly.
to nowhere.
It's this this gameplay of they're just trying to attrition. There's no one. They never go for the actual destroying the town hall. It's all about whittling your opponent down.
But there's not much happening right now. I feel like Denka might be trying to just
Buy
wither down
time.
his workers, maybe go and get that wonder. I mean,
Yeah.
Walk was close to there, but he just lacks the workers. And the balloons are quite a problem. Yes,
Yeah,
no,
these.
at the end.
Yeah,
He could really use some ranges right now.
yeah, because
The ranges are mobile, anti-air isn't.
Yeah, I mean, in a place like this, anti-air is good, but he shouldn't be building it this far back. Oh, this is bad though. I don't think he realizes he's going to lose those workers.
No, not at all, I think.
There's almost nothing in his base now. It's just a few houses, a couple workers, and a tower or 2. His main base is over here now, and it's interesting that, like you said, instead of going to snipe his base here and try to defend his actual town hall,
Yeah, I mean, to be fair,
all
he
about
has
the
nothing in
economy.
his base.
all about the economy.
Let's check the Denka's economy. Maybe he has enough.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Stinky.
yeah.
What resources does he have? What resources does Denka have?
Pretty much
Ooh,
everything
he's
except
struggling a
wood.
lot. But why is he struggling? He was
He's been
free for
controlling.
so
Yeah,
long.
he's been controlling the map the whole game. I think his temple's been idle since the last time we checked.
I mean, he still had 110 workers. What was he spending the resources on?
I think it's just the endless swarms. I mean, it's like Walk builds one anti-aircraft gun, and it will shoot down a fair amount of balloons. Like,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
but I
none of
mean,
them
to
have
be
kills
fair,
right now, but-
Walk has no anti-air in his main base.
yeah.
Denka could possibly just set his
Oh,
balloons
as
there and just
as you
camp.
said that, he's setting some up. Yeah, because the biggest drawback of these is they're alone. They're not very useful, and also that they don't shoot air. I remember there was a game where my friend, who was quite new at the game, I said, "There's a lot of military aerostats coming. Make some machine gunners," because I thought he was Britain, and he went and made these units instead. So he had like 50 of these around his town hall while military aerostats bombed him. Yeah, big drawback of those, and he still has Stone Age workers.
And I'm pretty sure you might have forgot the text for the players. But we'll deal with that. Maybe we should give out code for our viewers. They haven't gotten anything in up.
I
for
actually
quite a
revealed
while.
one this match, so the top
Oh.
one was revealed this match halfway through.
Sorry, I haven't
No, that's
heard
fine.
of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just pushing with balloons. He should probably stop making balloons entirely at this point, or just use them defensively. It's too risky. Just losing them like this one AA gun. Also, it doesn't look like AA guns count their kills, do they?
Perhaps not.
But Wok is now IR2 as well.
Oh, light tanks, light tanks.
Oh,
Maybe
yes.
he finally came to his senses.
2 armored cars to help defeat the machine gunners, and the anti-aircraft car coming from Wok. I think I had 10 worker kills on those. APCs again. Okay, so we're getting a very similar, pretty much identical playstyle to against when you played against Q. Got some machine gunners, but nothing to kill tanks. And here's the towers in the middle.
No, this is not made by pushing into the enemy. The towers are so spread out, I don't think they will do much.
Getting a vision. I'm not sure why he's getting a vision. He should just go with the tanks and kill him.
Yeah, why make such a cluster of those towers in such a random position?
Yeah.
There's an anti-air gun. But Wok has nothing to deal damage to buildings, so I don't know what he's expecting here.
He has a couple howitzers, but yeah, look, he's in his base.
I don't feel like it's enough. He needs something to just one-shot. And look, he has finally done it. Took him a while, but it's finally here.
Yeah, and I think he won't be able to repair or kill those tanks. He's bringing everything back, but... I mean, they do damage really slowly. There's a couple RPGs coming out.
To be fair, it's not that slow.
I mean, this is at 3 speed, so... I'd say that's pretty slow. But yeah, again, it's the same kind of strategy.
Just quick enough to stop him
but
from repairing.
yeah, I think the armoured cars helped there, as in they look those kills. Those are all fresh armoured cars on the way here. Right, well this marks, I think, that there will be one more match.
More game, yes.
One more game, so I think it's about being played right now, and we'll see. We'll see when that's done, and we'll be back as soon as the replay code is available. So for now, we'll see you all in a bit. Welcome back, everybody. We are back again with Wok versus Dentka. This is their final game. We're just going to set up. The colors and everything, and there we go. That should be right. And we have Wok in red and Dentka in yellow in the top right. This is going to be their final game of the day, and it decides who comes in third place. And this is
as well as the final game of the tournament.
Yeah, exactly. This is the final game of the tournament. So. Just not going to have a code. You can have a code when we get halfway through this game. I'll reveal it, and that'll be the final code in the middle. I hope everyone's
the lucky person will get it.
Exactly. I hope people have been taking it, and I hope people haven't been sat there trying to keep taking it when they join the stream new or whatever. That'd be quite unfortunate. We go quite fast through the first part of the game because we've seen them. It's the 5th time now we've seen them set up, and it doesn't look like there's anything especially unique on the map. There's no fish in the middle or anything like that.
And this time I don't think this game will go for too long because the 3 ends are right in the middle, so it's practically impossible to play this for longer periods of time.
Yeah. We've got the usual amount of workers going out for the cows.
5, it's enough.
Oh no.
1 dead.
1 dead. 2 dead? No, just 1 dead. Okay, that was close. And the same thing over here, just no ball fight. That's fine, I think. A bit more defensive from Dentka this time, it seems. Oh, this is Wok, sorry. Well, the colours confused again. Yeah, that's more like Dentka, spamming the fight pits. Going to the next age. We have fight pits here as well, yeah. Got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8 fight pits from Dentka already.
The usual.
And Wok has 5.
5. Into slingers. That's very nice. I like that.
Slingers with bulwarks at the openings to his base. The rest of it is almost closed off. Sorry?
Has he taken the upgrade?
I imagine he has, yes.
And the damage upgrade?
Yeah, just not the armor. Not the armor. They won't survive super long, but he's getting that now, I think. At the same time as we looked, he started it, so. Yeah, I'm going for the metal there from Dentka.
Dentka is coming with warriors into workspace.
Yeah.
A couple.
10 minutes in though. So Wok already has proper towers up. I don't think anything's going to happen here with these warriors.
No, I think they would just die from nothing.
He built a proxy in the front here, but it's not far enough away to have an effect, I think, so.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
Let's see.
He's going in this way, and there's only a few workers here, and he knows the sling. Yeah, he's got the slingers. Oh no, he tried to wall it, but he went around the other side, so. I mean, it's okay, there wasn't too many there. He might take the. Yeah, he'll take the barrack down, but other than that. Wok shouldn't lose. He lost
One
the worker. One worker. Oh! Over here as well.
Another one. I think only
just
2
one,
workers
yeah,
lost.
2 workers lost. To be honest, with that attack, I didn't expect Wok to lose any workers, because it was warriors and he has Asian towers up now. But he's going medieval soon. Yeah, they're both going medieval around the same time. Doesn't look like Dentka is really committing to any big attacks. He's still got some population, and he's keeping a lot of spears to just kill the alligators. So I'm surprised by that, to be honest. Getting some fishing up here would be really good for both of them.
I think fishing is overall good. I mean, why not? Just
Yeah,
not lose anything
in these corners in the top, I think that's going to be especially good because it's safe.
I mean, Dentka could especially destroy the fishing from Wok, making us kind of sneaky pier.
Yeah.
Get some chunks maybe down the way.
Yeah, this is the only attack
That's
that
I'm
Wok has
wondering.
done.
Well, that's only 5 spearmen. It's like they are going to do anything. Ah, they are coming into Dentka's proxy. And they will die.
Yeah, they couldn't get to the some Ashigaru here, and I imagine they're Ashigaru as well, so he's going to try and stretch the defenses thin.
Looks like this time he wants to finish this game early.
Yeah, it does look like it.
The slingers are here, but
They went to
Are
the
they
wrong,
going to
they
be
went to the
enough?
wrong place. Yeah.
yeah, he baited them quite well. fairly good play. One house down.
House down,
One
a few
worker,
three
two
workers there. 3 workers there, and it doesn't look like many other workers, but just the fishing, he should have gone that house.
Oh no! Ah, that's so frustrating
Yeah.
to see.
The house
8
and the
HP.
fishing pier didn't go down.
He got too greedy.
Yeah.
The ego could be improving. I mean, the workers are going really far. Okay, hit. She upgraded workers, we probably want to get another warehouse up.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think Walk's biggest
on
problem
this
is that he still needs to learn a lot about eco, while Dentka has already the knowledge about it.
Yeah.
Every game we've seen we've seen Dentka ahead in resources.
Yeah, and that lets him catch up on ages when because he's a much more aggressive player, so he's behind on ages often. But I mean, if we're going to believe that Wok did have only 100 hours at the start of this tournament, it's really impressive that he's here fighting for 3rd place.
No matter if he loses or wins, it really sets him as one of the better players right now.
Yeah.
I mean, 100 hours with this amount of knowledge and skill.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people can do that. It's like he's a baby fetus that just went out of his mother's womb to driving cars and everything.
Born to play Wall Selection.
You go into a McDonald's drive-thru and you see a baby giving you your food.
Yeah, Wok again with the really long warehouse walk time. Like if we look at his worker
and
efficiency,
it does hurt him, as you can see.
65%, 66% for Dentka. I wonder how that's calculated exactly, because
It's because Dentka has more workers.
I guess so, yeah. Because it doesn't look like Dentka is having any problems with efficiency anywhere.
Yeah, but
Oh, he's having a fair
some
few
workers
here.
are going on the wood line, as you can see, and he has 20 workers more, so
Yeah.
that takes a bit away. If they would have same workers, I think Dentka would have like, yeah, exactly 75, 80.
81 there, and 60. Yeah, Wok is really far behind on workers these last few games.
I think he's just been forgetting to make them. I mean, he was just sitting with so many slingers and not making any workers.
Yeah, he sits on his army for quite a while. Lost a worker there again.
Lacking a lot of resources. I mean, he's 0 on everything.
Yeah,
Something really didn't go well this game. I think that the exhaustion must be hitting him at this point.
yeah, it's 4:30 in the morning right now, and this game finished only a little while ago, so it's understandable. Okay, well we've got a bit of a attack coming in, but it looks like Wok's going to be able to block this completely well. There's no towers here though, he needs to leave. Yeah, Wok's got a few too many workers on iron, I would say. All on the same iron.
That guy's
on the
pushing
side.
in, but I think the towers will help.
Yeah.
Not much lost. However, you gotta check out what's going on Ditka's side. There's a lot of army
Oh wow,
pushing
yeah.
through. Destroying
got-
the entire proxy now. That might be a good counter-attack. Although Dentka is still running workspace at the same time. See those blue...
Ah, the Ronin, yeah.
Oh. That's a few workers dead.
Yeah, definitely.
However, I feel like this time Wok has done much better horse archers.
Yeah,
And that's something we haven't seen in a while. Why horse archers?
I'm not sure. I think he just wanted to get any units he can.
Maybe he just wants something that can fight without actually having to spend resources on remaking them.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of food, so I guess it makes
Because
sense
he can
for
just
him.
run away from the samurai and shoot at them.
I mean, he's not doing that, but yeah, and that's what you would expect. Although it is interesting because it makes sense because they only cost food, and he has loads of food, loads of population. So
yeah,
I can
and
see where
the
he's coming
samurai
from.
cannot really kill them because
They're
those horses
slower.
are just so fast. And the
Yeah.
samurai cost so much, it's just a good trade.
still no tower here. Oh, there we go.
Oh, I think we gotta stop cheating.
I think we need to stop speaking out loud. Yeah, it's like they're watching the stream from the future.
Stream sniping.
They found a way to stream snipe a game that's already happened. They're in the code editing the replay. I want to see some Choco news.
They're pretty bad. It's just that they shoot so slow.
when they're meant to be a rapid fire repeated crossbow, oh my god. That is a lot of... could be a lot of damage.
I think, honestly, the Chokonus need a rework. Maybe decrease the fire rate even further, but give them like insane damage. This way, the crossbows can be a special unit. They could be used to stop armor cars, but they would be really bad in normal fights. Because their fire rate would just be so bad that they wouldn't be able to beat normal units.
I mean, that's what they used to be. That's what the crossbows used to be, but...
Yeah, but they still used to be bad at it.
I mean, yeah, but that's what they were really only good at, killing elephants. Because elephants used to be usable because they had really good armor, so archers would struggle. So crossbows would counter them well. And they'd also be great for countering armored cars and light tanks if you stayed in the medieval a bit too long. But now they're completely useless.
But they were never like truly good at it. They didn't excel at anything. And especially Shokunus were the worst out of our crossbowmen.
I do remember when Shokunus used to actually have a function, but no, it's been a long time.
I wish they could get some more use. They were always one of my favorite units for some
reason. There is Shokunus, look! Let's look at the stats on that thing. 19 times 3 damage, so it does longbow damage. 2.7 seconds.
It has a fire rate of an upgraded Harkebushir, basically.
Yeah.
Because they have 2.8 even, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. It killed all his archers though, why?
Or maybe just give the Chokonus building damage. I don't know, they can certainly be fixed somehow, but I don't know how. At least I haven't thought about it for too long.
I guess we'll get to see how they do. I don't expect much, but I mean the range is not helpful, is it?
Yeah, it's extremely tiny for some reason.
Yeah, they did that the same thing to the crossbow. It's pretty sad.
And when you think about it, crossbows actually used to be extremely powerful in medieval wars because they pierced through every single armor. Yeah, that's why there was a moment where sieges were obsolete because you just couldn't attack.
Well, yeah, it's because bows and arrow. To use a bow and arrow, you need to train pretty much your whole life, right? And use a crossbow. To use a crossbow, you just give a peasant a crossbow, click the little button, and you shoot it. You know.
They're extremely easy, and well, the bows might have a fire rate. They might have a quicker fire rate, but the crossbows penetrate all armor. So when they were just
sieging bows were surprisingly good at penetrating most types of armor. It's just that they took so much more effort and training to use.
Yeah, but the problem was with penetrating shields and knight armor.
I mean, even bullets struggled against armor when they first came out.
Yeah, but then obviously the gunpowder things just demolished the crossbows.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's a GG, to be honest.
Before the gunpowder came.
Yeah, exactly, just with gunpowder. Okay, you can see the tower push now. It's interesting to see such passive playing. They don't do big attacks, they just pester each other all game and eventually wear each other down. And yeah, there was a GG called, but nothing no one quit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's a lot of samurai. If they get these workers, then...
Yeah, that would be pretty bad.
Oh, and he does get the workers. Oh my god, there's like 6 or 7, maybe 8 workers dead
I just think the difference in resources is way too high now. Then I can go industrial and work is stuck on no wood.
Yeah.
There's a problem. We can see both of the players really struggle to even out the resources. They always have one resource above everything else.
Yeah.
It's quite the mistake. You never want that to happen.
Yeah, no. It's because Asia, I guess, the economy is so hard to predict. Yeah, there we go. And that means that Dentka did come 3rd place in the tournament. But yeah, it's... What on earth?
He just put them away.
He just hid them.
Yeah, the problem is that with Asia you have those stone workers that don't really do much when you put them on wood. But with Europe you can just move them like they're puzzle pieces.
Exactly. And with Asia you produce units in like a big rapid thing, so you need to have a stockpile. While in Europe you need to keep a steady production. So your resources are always fluctuating. If we look at resources, I'm sure you can see that. For example, food, you can see it's constantly being used.
Yeah, exactly.
Materials the same, metal's even worse. For a second there, apparently they weren't. using any metal, but okay. Yeah. But that does mark the end of the tournament. All 3 codes were given away.
Live stream.
And the end of the live stream and the tournament, yeah, that's the end of the tournament. I think it has been confirmed that the finals were won by Q. I think it was CN that forfeited. Let me just double check that before I spread lies. Just quickly. Perhaps I won't be able to check.
Let me do the job for you.
Yes, it was Q that won. CN
won.
CN forfeited. CN forfeited, so Q has won the tournament from what we know now, and it was really fun to be able to cast it. And thank you, Pitian, for coming and joining me. And we'll be ending the stream here. To be honest, is there anything you'd like to say?
It was a pleasure. Thank you
Brilliant.
for everyone coming by and watching the stream.
Yes, and the codes all got given away. I hope people can enjoy those country codes. Yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and goodbye.